Well, I say every day it's a getting closer to taking a bath with my fucking toaster.
We're not qualified.
Who are you?
Explorers in the further regions of experience.
If you do not listen,
Then the hell with you.
Greetings, salutations, and welcome to the very late 175th episode of Screaming Into the Void, a show where we talk about whatever the hell we feel like. My name is Sammy Lee Infamous, and today we got some shit. Boy, howdy. We got Caucasian Sasquatch. I can't even... Caucasian? Hi, buddy.
Caucasian.
On Caucasian. Oh, we've got Abe.
Yo,
What's up? And we've got some stuff to talk about. If y'all are wondering why we're so fucking late, it's because I was up very, very late, despite wanting to go to bed very, very early. It didn't work out because I'm a crack addict, apparently. And so I woke up very late, so I had to push the show in order to get ready to do the show. And now we're here. Now we're live. So, you know.
Is that HEAR or?
Yes, sure, whatever.
You haven't seen our group chat. Hello.
Oh, did I misspell something? God damn it.
Technically, no, you didn't misspell it. It's word choice. Improper.
Fair enough. Okay, so you're just being snarky. I got you. Anyway, welcome in. It's nice to see you.
Thank you.
We for those out there, particularly on the other side of the pond.
Soft mommy.
Amelia.
Let me fix something really quickly.
Does it involve bouncing?
It involves her fucking overexposed light.
I mean, I'm trying to go for like a goth situation here, so I did that as much as
it's working. Yeah,
I like your situation. Yes, man, I like your situation.
There we
That's
go.
another short.
We got the money maker.
You know, that's gonna help, Gal, because I haven't put out any shorts in like 2 weeks. That one's gonna do well.
So ridiculous.
So
I think I'm drooling.
But yes, we are here. We are live. We are going to get on with the news of the day now. A few things came up this week. Sasquatch, do you want to start with your? I know you're real excited to talk about it. Should we start with the last thing?
See this? You know what this is, right? So I'm going to say some words. Directed energy weapon. No tinfoil cap.
Mm-hmm. No doubt.
and I'm going to conclude with "I told you so."
Right. Well, like I was saying backstage, our pal, friend of the show, co-founder of the show, Lawrence Knight, told us in no uncertain terms, without actually saying any specifics whatsoever, because I don't think he legally is allowed to, that what we think our military doesn't even scratch the surface. And he told us this years ago, on this very channel. So, now the military's coming out and proving him 100% correct. Not that we didn't believe him. We just, without them saying so, we couldn't exactly be like, oh yeah, they definitely have.
I've said it for years as well. Like, publicly available knowledge of technology is very different from what actually exists.
Right. So possibly it wasn't Jewish space lasers, it was American space lasers, but
same thing.
It's not. It's not the same thing. Get fucked.
It's the wall. Kiss
I'm not
the
kissing any
wall.
goddamn. You know what? You first.
What you don't know is Abe's into that type of shit.
Like kissing walls. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I lick the walls. It's different.
Oh, God.
I like the windowsills. It's sweeter.
That's not how it works. it's more
When you're
intimate
licking
when you
good
use tongue.
times.
Your tongue kisses the walls. Ugh. You know how many hands have been on that wall, man? Ugh.
Not enough.
That's all right.
Oh. But anyway, yes, long story short, we have unveiled the fact that the United States is in possession of a number of directed energy weapons, including high energy lasers and microwave weapons, which we knew about the microwave weapons for some time, but those things are fucking terrifying.
Even the Wi-Fi covered this a while back.
Yeah. And it's not like, look, it's not like any of this is, really in conspiracy theory territory in so much as the members of the military were not allowed to talk about it because it's classified, right? But a lot of the stuff
NDAs
has been documented, and researched and talked about in various media, if you knew where to look, for quite some time now. But yeah, we've got stuff. We got all this stuff. So
we got Kitty too.
Yep.
Kitties and titties. Gotta love it.
Apparently,
You're
we
welcome.
use something. We use something in Venezuela that Trump is calling the discombobulator.
All right. So y'all let me know whether or not y'all think I might be along the right idea of this. Some government scientist comes to Trump. Trump's like, can you tell me what this is? And he says, we have an atomic atomizing, nuclearizing, freaking spray painting laser that, and he goes, a discombobulator? And the scientist looks down and goes, okay, sir.
Yeah. And I guess essentially what it is sort of a directed EMP kind of thing.
Depends on which one you're going at.
Yeah, just judging kind of from what they're describing in this specific post about how, like, all of their radar and sonar shit is shut down, and all that, which is interesting because there was speculation when we did the Venezuela strike that there were people in Maduro's camp who were like, we're not going down with this asshole. And they called up the DOW and they were like, yeah, so what do you need from us? Yeah, don't hit the button kind of thing. And that's what happened. But now they're saying that we just shut them down before we got there.
So if you take a spoon and put it in a microwave, you know what happens?
Yeah. Badness.
Something very similar to what's behind me over here.
I was going to say fire.
Okay, so if you take a microwave and you aim it at a computer system,
it just combobulates it.
Yes.
Now, if you take that same microwave and aim it at a person's head, well, I'm going to end it there. I'm not finishing that sentence.
Right. If y'all saw, what was it? Kick-Ass. You get a pretty good idea of basically what'll end up happening when they put the guy in the giant microwave that's used to treat wood, and then they don't know how to turn it off, and it gets messy. It gets messy. They do it in Gremlins too, but it's like a little green monster, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
But yeah, there's some. We've got some new scary stuff, and they're just coming right out with it and saying, yeah, don't. It is interesting the timing of it, though, right?
Well, I mean, they might as well confirm it when, like, right after the situation, or maybe like the weekend after, or like the next few days after, the soldiers that were on the ground, there were ones that came out explaining what happened and like the horror. And they're like, you know what? We're okay with the US after that because it scared them shitless. They might as well just come out and talk about it because it sounded kind of badass. And if we're wanting to be posturing to people in the current course of life.
Sure.
The idea that someone in a helicopter flying in at speed can prevent you from defending any aspect of your ground. I want you to imagine, right? I want you to imagine it. Homeboy's over here going, "Oh, we got a bogey." What the fuck, dude? Hold up. It's not working. What do you mean it's not working? You're going to jail if you don't press that button. I've broken both my fingers.
Right. You know, it occurs to me, and this is probably something that maybe I shouldn't say, but I'm gonna say. It occurs to me that this is the kind of thing you could use to, say, shut down an entire defense network. Right? Like, hold on. Trump is talking about Greenland. He's talking about building a golden dome there to surpass the Iron Dome in Israel. And I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, and now we have a thing that can shut down, possibly in theory, the Iron Dome with the press of a button.
Oh wow! I just realized what HARP's for.
Maybe you won't have to kiss that wall anymore.
Oh, somebody's kissing the wall, bro.
Somebody's kissing something. Which is funny because during his Davos speech, Trump did call out Netanyahu. He was like, "Yeah, I said to him, Bibi, you got to stop taking credit for the Iron Dome. That's our technology."
Yeah.
And he's right, but like, dude, if you guys, we're gonna get into his speech in a little bit, but not the whole thing. The whole thing goes on and on for a long time. There's a lot of like hyperbole, and there's a lot of like, Trump being Trump. He basically shits on every single country in the world during that speech.
Classic Trump.
Yeah, no, I mean it's hilarious, but it goes on for a very long time. So we just got the 10-minute short version that we're gonna go over, but
10
yeah,
short.
that is the short version. It's the highlights. It's the oh man, I didn't even make it. I haven't even finished listening to the whole thing, the whole actual speech, because there was a lot there. But yeah, that's one of the things that he announced during that was, yeah, we got all this cool shit, and a couple, like, was it yesterday, day before yesterday, they were just like, yeah, we have lasers, we can burn everything down.
Now, I'm not going to name any other places this might have been tested, but
I could. I don't know if you want me to.
Rhymes with Calisade.
Yeah, right.
Possibly Mahoney.
Right. I don't know. That's a good question, because yeah, you're right. We were talking a little bit about this backstage, and there were certain events that happened in recent memory where there was a theory about space lasers that might have been really, really into Hanukkah. And as it turns out, that the Hanukkah thing might have been a red herring.
Timing ardent party. Good timing.
Oh no, they're real. They're just not
Right
small.
when you said, like,
Yeah.
you weren't saying the name.
Right.
He pulled a Shadoo and said the quiet part out loud.
Mhm.
God damn it.
So, but but you would get, like Sasquatch was talking about, how, if you were high profile enough, I mean, we said it plenty, but if you're high profile enough, you can get into a lot of trouble apparently for talking about that on the YouTubes and the whatnots.
The only problem I ever actually saw, and I saw it happen 3 different places, where someone mentioned the DEWs, and that particular stream, they didn't get a strike. There was no TOS. It just vanished.
Right.
No, they're uncircumcised is the issue.
Well,
That's
they
what
don't
I'm
have.
trying to get across.
Hey, like if they're in the U.S., like circumcision is kind of like done here to everybody. It is.
Yeah,
It's not like
odd.
It is weird. It's odd, but it's it is a thing. So like, I don't know. They could be circumcised, but it doesn't mean they're Jewish if they're American. So it's like, I'm not Jewish. I'm circumcised. It's a thing. So,
Yeah.
That was when I was born. They were doing it to pretty much every baby boy.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't stop. They didn't start giving people the option to do it until what, the fucking 2000s, something like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, like cultural attitudes have shifted towards it as well, haven't they?
Yeah. Well,
Because a lot
doesn't
of
make,
it is based on misinformation about
well, a
what
lot
it
of
is and what it does.
misinformation is a really nice way to say lies. Straight
Yeah.
up lies.
Yeah.
You know, because it's not there's the whole thing about how just teach a kid how to clean his dick.
Yeah, it's not
You know,
hard.
It's really
Or it
not
can
that,
be.
right. But
Depends
point
how
is, like,
aggressively you're cleaning it.
point is it's like that whole thing about hygiene and all that stuff was a myth. It just meant that people weren't washing their dicks. And
Yeah.
if they weren't washing their dicks with the foreskin, they weren't going to be doing it that well without it either. So,
Exactly.
you know,
There's a question in chat I am responding to with this.
Is it the shaking his ass
Yes.
tonight for tips?
Yes. For tips, I will, yes. But it has to be an
not
uncircumcised
the tips you're thinking of. Yeah.
Right. So, in the problem that I'm having, we got this whole laser thing up here. I'm going to drop this back for a second because we're talking about chopping up baby dicks. Not well. That's what it is. That's what circumcision
Not
is.
actively.
Pretty much, yeah.
You know, but it doesn't make any sense for anybody outside of the Jewish religion, right? And it only makes sense in religious context with Jews,
Mhm.
right? If they're non-religious Jews, it doesn't make sense for them to do it either, because what it is a symbol of the covenant that Abraham made with God, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I could see it making sense a little bit for Muslims too, because they also revere Abraham and go back, you know, like, and all that stuff. But it was never really a part of the new covenant that Christians
It's
hold.
nice to be loved.
So, you know, I just like those of us who don't belong to that religion and aren't practicing that religion should have intact penises, but a lot of us in the West don't.
Yeah.
Because of lies.
Pretty much, yeah.
And honestly, I think the guy who started that practice, I don't think he was even Jewish. I think he just like cutting up dicks.
Like the Mengele of the ancient world.
Well, it's not like he was like killing kids or anything like that. He's just like, yeah, I just want to let me, you know, I got a collection. I want to add this to the display case.
They didn't collect them, sir.
I honestly never
Do you know
remember.
what they did with them?
I don't even want to know the answer to that.
You don't want to know, but go look anyway.
Mhm.
Google it.
I never remember, like, I know next to nothing about circumcision because, you know, no penis, no care. So I always forget, like, wait, do Jews circumcise or do they not circumcise? I've always
They
been
do.
so confused on all of that. And also because in the West, it's just like all babies are, is how I've understood it.
Snip
Yeah.
the tip.
So they do circumcise. It's a religious thing that goes back, you know, however many thousands of years or whatever. But somehow that it wasn't even. And the weird thing is, right? So like Christianity comes from Judaism initially, and it spreads across the world via the Roman Empire and then later the British Empire. And all throughout Europe, guess what they're not doing? They're not circumcising. And somehow in the 1930s and 40s in the United States and Canada to a lesser extent.
Where's the tinfoil hat again? Oh, should I not say that?
Right. It suddenly becomes a thing here medically, and it's just like, you know, it's recommended, and then they're insisting on it, and now it's just mandatory. And
it's not like we're controlled, but I didn't say a goddamn thing.
Here's the thing. Just because you're making decisions and you think it's free will doesn't mean that the decisions weren't limited before you started your decision-making process.
Yeah. So, and look, I know there's a contingent of men out there who are like, you know, we want to be reforeskin. And first of all, I don't think that can, like, you're gonna have to take the skin from some other part of your body. It's not how that you can't just grow that shit back. It's gone. Make peace with it. You know. But there's a contingent of them out there who are just like, you know, this is child genital mutilation, and it is. We just look at it through a lens that it's just a medical necessity. It's like, no, you're cutting up fucking babies. There's no reason to do that. No reason at all.
Yep.
So I'm with them on that part. I also, though, having been circumcised myself, and I know this is probably a little TMI, but whatever. I say all kinds of fucking sick shit.
Tell me more.
We're literally talking about
Tell us more about your dick, Sam.
But it happened when I was a newborn, right? I don't remember it. I don't remember ever having a foreskin, right? It's never been an issue for me one way or the other. I thought everybody's dick looked like mine when I was young. You know, I didn't even know.
Oh my God.
Circumcised was.
You mean to tell me there was a point in time when you went in the shower with the other boys and freaked out?
Yeah.
Oh God.
I
Yeah.
was like, what the fuck is that?
Looks like a dog.
Either that or he spent an extensive amount of time when he was younger thinking about other dudes' dicks.
Yeah. But
Well, I mean, obviously.
And then he started looking at them in showers.
Well, I mean, you know, everybody's dick was out in those showers. My, I guess, contention is that, you know, I don't feel like I was robbed of anything because I don't like, you can't miss what you never had, right?
But your wife did.
At the time, she seemed to not mind so much.
Yeah, but that extra 3/8 of an inch might have mattered.
Not when it comes to making babies, son. All that shit still works.
Got you, bro.
Hell yeah. Gotta bust those nuts, son.
Right. So I get people being upset about it. What I don't understand is why they're so upset about it 35 years after the fact. Right? Like, maybe don't do it to newborns, like new babies. I get that. You know, put a stop to that shit. I'm totally on board with that. But like, how is it that, you know, you're a grown ass man now and all of a sudden you're super upset about it? Like, you've lived your whole life without it. You're fine. You know?
Yeah.
Are they upset about their own or the fact that it's being done to others? Like,
I think it's a combination of those things. And the done to others thing, I totally get. I'm on board with. You know, but the fact is it's been done. It's been taken. It's gone. You're not getting it back. And you've lived your whole life without it up to this point, and now you're mad. You know, like you weren't mad before, right?
Oh, no, I was mad.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand it to an extent. So, like, the level of anger, if it's in compared to being angry for newborn babies, your anger towards your own and not and like hating that fact. Like, I can understand a very low level anger on the totem pole, as long as it's
That was a great description. No, a hoodie.
Yeah, I saw that.
Right.
That's a great description.
Like a fireman's helmet.
It is.
Yeah. A hoodie is nice at times. In fact, it's really nice all the time.
Lapo, what do you think I thought when I first saw a Korn movie and the guy was free landing?
So this is such a weird question, but I'm not a dude and I just don't have penises around me at all times. Well, not all times, but like,
We can change that.
Oh,
shut the fuck up.
okay. Yeah.
I hate the fact that I'm curious about this. Like, have you seen other dudes' dicks that often that are uncircumcised?
High school showers, gym
Right.
class.
So like you were looking at other dudes' penises.
It wasn't
Well, here's
like
the thing.
Not saying it's on purpose, but like
no, you don't like go out of your way to stare at another dude's junk, but it's kind of hard not to notice that a guy's dick
so
is
it's
out when
that
he's standing
obvious.
2 feet
For
I've
away.
never
yourself,
seen
Sam.
an uncircumcised penis, so I don't know.
You've never seen an uncircumcised
No.
penis? You do not watch enough porn in Europe.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I should watch more porn. Like what?
Or just literally
Finally.
anywhere else in the world.
Finally. She gets it.
Like women don't necessarily go out of their way to stare at penises. They're not exactly pretty.
Oh, we know.
I have a
we know.
beautiful cock, madam.
What
Yeah,
do
we
you
don't
think
live
spend
with the
so much
fucking
time
things.
talking you guys into looking at them? Because we know they're not pretty.
And I can't even like. I'm not really into porn, so I don't even know if I've seen a full on porn.
No, you don't have to actually be into it to enjoy it. Let me put
No,
it to you.
I'm fully aware of that.
But
Thank
it
you.
does have to be into you.
It's such a weird fucking conversation for me.
there are genres that are purely for like popcorn entertainment, right? That they're not sexy at all, but they are totally entertaining, like circus midget porn, for example, right? It's not a thing
That's
that
a very specific example.
It's not a thing that you rub one out to, but you certainly do point and laugh.
Erin's in the chat doing woman things because she got upset at me generalizing.
Well, if you're not careful, you'll be penalized.
Oh my god.
Lol.
You know, and here's the thing, it's like, Gal, so it's more like a morbid curiosity thing. Like most of us, you know, when I was that age and in the United States, were circumcised, right? So it wasn't that big a deal. It's like, oh, we're all in the shower doing the gym class thing. Everybody's got a dick. It's whatever. It was the fact that an uncircumcised penis does look very different from a circumcised one. That it's an oddity, and you're just like, holy shit, what is that? You know. So
yeah.
What did Bush say?
I don't know what Bush said earlier. I wasn't paying attention to chat.
Sam, know what you call a cheap circumcision?
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah.
God damn it, Bush.
Yeah.
Are you happy now? Are you happy now, Bush?
There you go.
All right, that was funny. That was funny. Anyway, so this is the first major derailment of the show. We weren't actually going to be talking about baby dicks.
I mean, how did Venezuela?
Space lasers.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
We circumcised their defenses with the discombobulator.
Yeah, that's what it was. It definitely was not lasers.
We
or
could
anything
definitely
involved.
call it. We could call the discombobulator the moil.
Huh.
Right?
Damn it.
It just goes in and gets rid of the extra bit that they don't really need, right, to defend themselves against us, because there's no defense against us.
I just thought of something kind of ironic. Klaus Schwab spent time speaking about penetrating cabinets. Trump spent time penetrating Venezuela.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I did want to bring this up. Klaus Schwab is out, right? Dude got caught embezzling funds. Everybody who talks about him now, though, they're like writing articles. It's like, oh yeah, he was, a founder of the WEF, and he did all this magnanimous shit and all blah blah blah. And not one of them mentions the fact that he got kicked out because he was fucking stealing from them.
I do find it interesting that Sam started roboting when he started talking about Klaus Schwab.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be nothing, but
Did I?
not too
God damn it.
long.
Yep.
Oh, you're good, bro. I got it. Don't repeat it. And
All right.
please don't kill me, Mr. Clinton.
So anyway, he's no longer in charge. You know who's running this year's Davos conference? Fucking Larry Fink and the head of Roche.
Yep.
Right? What you were saying at the top of the show, Sasquatch, no more fucking no more tinfoil hat required. They're just straight up doing it.
Yep.
I'm just gonna have to throw this thing away. It's not gonna be worth a damn here in a couple of months.
I don't know.
Right?
I don't know who this is.
Yeah, give it maybe half a century, turn it into a
Larry-
bottle cap. It will be worth something.
Larry Fink is the head of BlackRock.
Yeah. He's
Yep.
the guy. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That's
and Roche
wonderful.
is a worldwide evil pharmaceutical firm.
Mm-hmm.
They hosted a little event a few years ago. You might remember it. I can't remember what they called it.
COVID?
Maybe.
Yeah, sort of. Maybe. I don't know what you're talking about. Never heard of it. Never. They're certainly not talking about anything penetrating or skin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Laugh.
so
Go
those
ahead.
are-
It's worth it. Come on. I went on a limb with that one.
Yes. No, it's some there's some dark shit, dark days ahead, I think. You know, a bunch of unelected sons of bitches over there deciding, oh, you know, we're gonna do all this crazy shit that has, you know, should have no backing whatsoever because we're not, you know, involved in government, except they are involved in government.
Except they're
officially
penetrating
involved.
cabinets all over the world, bro.
Yeah.
And I doubt they're using any lube when they do it.
No, they're not. They're not like Don Lemon holding on to that soap for dear life. That was
Got a question. Do you reckon Ilhan Omar and Don Lemon will end up in the same penitentiary?
Do you reckon she'll end up pegging him when they do?
I know that part's the question is whether she'll get a chance.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know that she would end up in a penitentiary so much. I think it's more likely that if anything happens to her, which I don't know that that's going to happen. But if anything happens, yeah, she will be denaturalized and sent back.
Yeah, just fucking deport her already.
Right. I mean, and to be fair, getting sent to Somalia is like a pretty nasty punishment.
Yeah.
So, you know,
being sent to a US prison would be a luxury in comparison.
Right.
And that's saying something.
Right. So, I mean, if you think about it, like up until, was it like 9 years ago, rape was legal in Somalia.
I am shocked.
Sir, it's only illegal on paper now.
No, I know they're still doing it, but technically there's a rule now. You know?
Somebody needs to tell them.
Right. So, yeah, well, that's kind of the point. Is like they didn't make it illegal until like 9 years ago. Up until that point, nobody gave a shit. They were just like, "Oh yeah, let's just do the thing." You know, horrifying little country full of horrifying little people. Small-minded, if you will. Large-minded enough to establish Leering centers all over the great state of Minnesota.
Leering centers as far as the eye can see.
You know,
I don't know. I think they're just about eating bananas and rice.
Yeah.
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. Anyway.
Well, I mean, that's what Omar said, you know. That's a quote.
Well,
Legit.
it wasn't Omar. It was the Juicy Smollett of the Somalia community.
Yeah.
Did you see that chick that, like, she got called the N-word while she was detained?
Dude, Joe Cool called me the N-word 75 times yesterday on a stream. It was a single sentence.
I said the N-word on a Saturday stream last week. You know, or no, it was Monday. It was a Monday stream. Yeah, this week. You know,
I said it yesterday on the phone with Sam.
Right.
The hard R and the soft A.
I'm in Georgia. I can't do this, but I will say the word boy now.
And that's just because he's a fan of the God of War series.
Yeah, come here, boy. Show me what you got.
Before
Boy.
Before we continue on, for those of you out there who may take offense at a mostly white dude saying particular words, particularly online, where people can hear them, they're just words. They only have the meaning you assign them. They only have the power that you give them. They're just words.
I don't even accept that much power.
To saying the actual word when I said the N-word earlier. And I caught myself. So you're welcome, squad.
Well, here's the thing. Yeah. Those words, as Sam said, has the power you decide to give them. And if you don't decide not to give them power, then they're useless. But they have exactly the same effect as wind blowing through a knothole in a tree in the forest.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
There's no difference. It's just noises coming out of a useless hole.
How dare you? Coming at us all with this bullshit sticks and stones ideology. You're so insensitive.
I don't care anymore. See, you hear about
her here. She's betraying her cosplay over here.
You hear about the whole fatigue issue. And they want to hang the term black onto the front of it and say it's black fatigue. That is not the case at all. It is victim fatigue. We are so sick and tired of being cry-bullied into corners by people who just scream racist, racist, racist. We don't care anymore. You will not shut me up by trying to say that's insensitive. Fuck your sensitive feelings. Don't care.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you on that. I am. Now
Now let me
as
go
I've
get a
said
towel.
before, right?
I'll wipe my vagina.
Reason is reason, no matter what you call
to the
someone. You
upholstery.
know? Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just language. It's just words. None of it means a damn thing unless we decide it means something, and then it's what we decide. As my mother always said, in order to be offended, you have to take offense. It's a choice.
Yeah.
Some language does mean something though, like pronouns.
Right. Hey, Bernie, good to see
The
you.
ability to communicate properly with each other.
But you taking offense to someone using them
thanks.
is your problem, not the person using them's problem.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The
I take
royal
no
you, not you. I mean, look at you.
Yeah.
You're not taking offense currently, and you would have been offended before the show started if it was going to happen.
Yeah. Plus, she can kill you with her pinky. So,
Don't give away my
Hey, my nipple's hard.
Hell yeah.
Not yours, mine. I'll bring
I
ice.
was just checking. It's
She was
cold.
like, me too.
Yeah,
I wasn't going to say it.
I was just telling him to calm down.
Oh man. So we have a couple of things today that we were going to go over. Number one was we have space lasers now. We've had space lasers apparently for quite some time, but now it's official. So,
This is my Aaron.
Yep.
Have you ever seen what's the name of that freaking thing? It was Real Genius. Real
yeah.
Genius.
I was just thinking of that, man. I swear to God, if we don't cook some like overblown
Popcorn.
professor's house with popcorn with one of these space lasers in the near future, it's a complete waste of funding.
I say we do it to Trump when he's out of office. We sent Mar-a-Lago with 37,000 tons of Jiffy Pop.
Right.
So I was gonna say you can leave off the last few words in this and just stop at into boxes. And it reminded me that's how we used to roll. Like the early aughts in the 90s, people wanted it that way. Stop putting us into any boxes at all whatsoever.
Yeah, I agree.
And then
In fact, you were an ist, or it was some form of ism if you did.
Yeah.
Indeed. We have somebody popping in. Hi, Jack. Welcome in. Jack
Hey, Jack.
Tarlat, everybody.
I was wondering what that smell was, man.
How you
It's been-
doing?
It's olive oil.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
yes.
Yep.
We don't mean
Okay,
to.
good.
So, Jack, space lasers. Are they kosher?
Well, first of all, I've got to be honest with you. I've been listening to the show, and I'm a little bit offended at the fact that you would use N words and hard R's without me being present. So,
Exactly.
I fix that,
Yeah.
but
We saved a few.
It's very exclusionary.
space
Abe hasn't
lasers.
said it yet.
Yeah, we have some space lasers that have probably spun the dreidel once or twice. Yeah, what about it?
Fair enough.
I'm not sure if they have. I think they were just borrowing them.
Well, yeah, but they're still, they're still spinning the dreidel, though. Surely,
Oh yeah.
they,
It's the wall.
they're under that pay.
I mean,
under that
to be
power.
fair, a dreidel is a top, and tops are fun.
Especially
Like
with
that
the
one
sloppy-
shaped like mushrooms.
I mean, that particular top looks a little bit more like a butt plug than it does a top, but it's fine. It's fine.
It's nice to see we've got Amelia on the show. I've been looking forward to meeting you, Amelia, and nice to see you in person finally.
Yeah, you too,
Our
Jack.
Patriot Queen.
I had to make a flag because obviously I'm not, the alter ego of this current version of me.
No, you see, real patriots make their own flags out of everything that they can find with something that's white with red paint, whether it be like
That's
a
exactly
roundabout,
Oh, yeah.
like a traffic A traffic
That's
circle.
because they stopped making English flags, brother. They just quit.
Yep.
Yeah, they're made in India and
Right?
and places like that.
They smell just like curry.
Do you know what though? There's this place in South Birmingham I've visited several times, and it was in the news. It was on Facebook. Halfway through last year, someone had put up a whole bunch of England and Union Jacks along this reservoir side, and it looks beautiful. They're flapping in the wind and everything like that.
Yeah.
If you go there now, they've been up so long and this wind is so strong that it's literally just half flags just blowing in the wind. And like when you drive past it, it's like it's almost an embodiment of what Britain is at the moment.
Yeah.
It's half a British flag blowing furiously in the wind whilst it's slowly being degraded away into fucking nothing.
You're
It reflects our
giving England
dystopian
too much
reality.
credit.
Giving who
Okay.
credit? Sorry, Squatch?
I think you're giving England too much credit. There's not that much of England left, brother.
Half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not half. It's not half anymore. Half was 15 years ago. Half was under the Blair administration.
Yeah, fuck that dude.
Yeah.
He's on.
He's not
apparently
wrong.
on Trump's peace board. And Trump's like, I'm assembling a team. And so he's got like.
I'm assembling a team of the biggest warmongers in history. And we're going to guarantee peace through war.
Blair and he said to Mark Carney, "Yeah, sorry, we've rescinded our invitation to you." I don't think Emmanuel Macron is on there. I think Trump said he's not going to be in power very long. So yeah, but Tony Blair apparently is on this board of peace.
I wonder if he said to Macron, "You don't deserve to wear those aviators. Take them off."
Show the world what kind of a cuck you are.
Yeah.
All right, so real quick.
Anyway,
because,
space lasers.
we need to clarify something for our American audience. Apparently, if you haven't been paying attention online, Amelia is in reference to Gal's cosplay is in reference to an NPC character in a government-sponsored video game, quote unquote video game, called Pathways that was released. What, like 2 weeks ago, something like that?
Oh no!
Yeah.
It gained attention a couple of weeks
Okay.
ago,
Yeah,
and it went viral over the last couple of weeks. But it's actually been up for quite some time.
Yeah, and it's essentially it's to basically teach young people, specifically young British white men, to tell on themselves to the government anytime they have any right-leaning thoughts. Whatsoever.
Or any child, any child that sees this behavior, they should like talk to their teachers, refer people to prevent
Equilibrium
See
status.
something, say
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
and it's so it's so one-sided. It's like all of the extremism seems to be coming from white people, white nationalists who just want to remigrate all the criminals and the wrongdoers in our society.
Now, the part that gets me is that Amelia basically embodies this, right? She's the character who's attempting to tempt away your they/them main player from doing the quote unquote right thing and all that, and all of her opinions are basically based British opinions.
They made a huge misstep with the character design from jump.
Yeah,
Because they do not understand the younger generations. A fucking goth chick with colored hair to be this deterrent is not exactly the current culture right now. I'm just saying.
Yes, mommy,
And I'm-
tell me more.
I'm technically the AI version of her because her hair in the game, the interactive like book thing that it is a different color. But the AI, when it became essentially a meme, my hair color was practically perfect. Just ignore the roots.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And that's the thing. That's the thing is this character blew up. This character gained a following. This character has now become a viral meme across multiple internets, as far as I can tell.
No,
And
don't listen to the hot bass chick, guys.
she is. That's exactly it. This is the single most spectacular backfire of government propaganda I have ever seen.
And their reaction once it went viral was even better.
Yep.
You know, it's incredible. It really is. And
because like they took down the game once they realized that Amelia was a problem.
Well, I don't know about that because people kept reporting that it went down, but it only went down one night for me. And it was the night that I had gone into. It was the night after I'd gone into the files and pulled out all that extra material. And I thought, well, maybe they've shut it down temporarily because they've noticed that, fixing certain things.
You can only get the right end. Like, even if you choose bad stuff.
Yeah, you could. It was unplayable. You couldn't even get to the moderate and extreme positions where you decline the prevent help. All pathways lead to prevent. That's essentially it. It doesn't matter what you do at all.
Even though you made all the bad decisions according to the government.
This bears a question. If the game was meant to teach kids to make the right decisions, but regardless of what decision they make, they end up making the proper result, what does it actually teach children? To love God.
All the evidence of your eyes and ears is the most essential command of the party.
Yeah.
They're literally just trying to create the equilibrium world, like where the kids are going to report their parents, their family, their loved ones. Like,
you know what? But
at least we'll have some cool martial arts,
right? I love gun.
It's what they did it's what they did in the 30s and the 40s. They were like encouraging people to, shop their neighbors basically to the Gestapo, and so you've got these neighbors like a little bit jealous of the next door neighbors because they got an extra pound of sugar that fucking month or whatever. And they're like, oh, they must be getting it from somewhere. Where did they get it from? Oh, they've got to be spies, or they're probably Jews, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, they got to be working for the wall kisses.
And they made essentially the same mistake that AOC's constituents keep making, right? They think
AOC,
and it lured them away. Like
they think AOC is clever.
No, well, it was her titties. It's her titties that keeps getting her votes. Let's be honest.
No.
Yes.
Right. Same thing with Amelia. Yeah. The reason that this is backfiring is because they used a hot goth chick to be the bad guy. Dummies.
Yeah.
Goth titties win every time. Did you not know this?
And all the guys went, wait a second. Are we the baddies? We are now.
It's like,
and we're okay with it.
The beauty of it was, though, is that because it was aimed specifically at, young white people who are patriotic about their country and want to see, like certain reforms with regard to immigration and stuff like that. Because it was aimed at those people, so Amelia takes like a very moderate position in society. Like they're trying to frame it as this is right wing, this is hard right wing policy, and like these are the people who you've got to be careful of, lest you be fucking carted off to prison for using the wrong words online. It probably could get you a conviction. But the point is that she's taken a moderate position, and you know what the internet is like as well. Once you get people with weaponized autism who can use AI to its full potential in terms of artistic sort of creation, and the sort of like Pepe 4chan level of mindset. It's just run away. It's precisely what's happened here. It's just run away with the internet. Amelia is the meme of 2026 so far.
100%. 100%. Which is, you know what? I'm good with. I am good with.
Yeah.
Because this Amelia, aside from the hot animated goth, titties, because who doesn't love
This
those?
reminds me of.
But like aside from that, like what's happening here? What exactly is she encouraging? She's encouraging young men to stand up for their country and their people. I have zero problem with that.
Have you seen the short where the folks are all standing around the chick dressed up as a witch screaming, burn the witch, and she's like, I know a spell that summons big booty Latinas, and they're like, save the witch, save the witch. That's what this makes me think of. It's the same flavor.
It's brilliant. I love that.
But
We need more witches like that.
That's the thing. It's like that's how they get you. They're just like, oh, well, you could end up in jail. You could end up in jail. And here's the thing: that threat only holds power so long as the people realize that the people don't realize rather that there are more of them.
Yeah.
It's like the teacher problem, right? There's a limited number of people in the world capable of dealing with the type of BS teachers have to deal with, and most of them can't teach, right? And so you're left with a handful of people who are in charge who shouldn't be, and a bunch of people who think they're in charge, and some few folks in the group that are like, nah, what is she gonna do? She's a teacher and she can't teach. Now
Right.
what? I mean, have you seen our scores over the past 2 years?
I find it funny that you instantly made it a gender thing. Like you said she and her for teachers.
Sure.
The reason I find it interesting is because growing up, I had like an even balance of male teachers and female teachers, and it's a completely different environment now where it's all just
at which
mostly-
stages though would be my question, because when I was in grade school, the only male teachers around was the principal and the vice principal. Everybody else in the classrooms were female, but when I hit junior high, then I started to get a more even mix.
So for me, it was honestly when I said like in school, I was more meaning the grades that matter, not like elementary. Like in the grand
reading
scheme
and
of
writing
the-
and arithmetic, none of that matters.
Yes.
Well, I don't care about the gender. I'm talking about their capability of teaching a student to accomplish tasks and think critically.
Well, so the reason I'm bringing this up is because my brother and I like had a discussion where recently where we were talking about the male teachers were the only ones that we liked. There were like maybe a handful in high school of female teachers that we actually liked, but we learned nothing from the other ones because they were just bitchy, whiny, and they would not like focus on any of the important shit that mattered in life, like even just the subject matter that they teach. Although I love languages, it's not really that important in the grand scheme of things when it comes to the, I guess, the small scale. I don't know, like just sorry. Blue collar jobs are kind of the foundation of life, and you don't really need language for that necessarily unless, you know, illegal immigrants are around. But
You should still need problem solving.
exactly. So like our math teachers, our history teachers, those were the male teachers for me growing up. And when we were in school, our Podunk, Montana school for grades was in the top 10 in the nation.
And for the record out there, for those who don't know, Podunk is the actual name of the town.
No, it wasn't. Thank you very much. I'm not going to say the actual name of the town.
As an observation, and you can make of this what you will, from 3rd grade to 7th or 8th grade, my county and my school had the highest scores in the state. And I think that was because we had some truly fantastic teachers, and they predated all of this top-down bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Well, they actually cared about educating and not indoctrinating.
Right.
Yeah, I gotta say, during my sort of like primary to all the way through to secondary, because I didn't go to college or university until much later. So like throughout my primary and secondary school, I didn't get opinions from teachers regarding anything. Basically, all had to be fact based. sort of stuff, or not that it had to be, it just was. It was all like, this is your lesson for today, right? We've got to get we've got to get your writing down. Yeah, you're not joining up your letters correctly. You know you know that your times tables, you've got to have those down pat. Not like, you know, what's your times tables, and if you were like a transgender fucking flip-flop, you know what I mean, and you identified as whatever you want to, you don't have to do your times tables because, you know, of equity. It's like, no, we're all given the same fucking opportunity here. Let's not fucking waste our time. Let's get on with it. We've got enough to do with the curriculum. You know, although it's quite difficult to believe, British schools are actually held to quite a high standard in terms of the curriculum that they have to put forward. And when you start throwing in all these other things that we're seeing nowadays, there's just no time for arithmetic and spelling and, you know, art and
They're too
history.
busy with fucking genders and politics. They don't have time to actually teach your children anything useful.
Right. Like,
well,
so
one of the other
us,
things that I've noticed is, sorry, Amelia, one of the other things is I've noticed recently that they're not teaching history correctly. I was talking to my daughter about this the other day. She was telling me all about like the Anglo-Saxons and when they appeared and like their gods and stuff like that. And me knowing about these kinds of things being up on them, I was like, I don't think what they've taught you is exactly right there. Some of it holds truth, but they've told it like certain things are factual when in actual fact we don't have any basis for what they're saying. Do you get what I mean? And
they were,
I went online
they
and
were
I
all
showed
gay,
her.
black, and worshipped Allah. Obviously,
this was something that I noticed actually about what was it, about like 13 years ago. My oldest was getting history homework for the first time. She'd just gotten to junior high and all that stuff, and they're just like, and they sent her home with all the stuff that she had to read and regurgitate and all that. And I was helping her out with her homework, and I'm reading through this. I was like, this is not right. This is not correct. This is not. And this was, you know, a while back, man. This was over a decade and a half, almost a decade and a half ago. And I'm sitting there, I was like, none of this is correct. They're telling you things that are not true. You know,
they're misrepresenting it.
I think you had something that you wanted to say, didn't you, Amelia, about it?
Actually, what's funny is the main reason that my brother and I even had that conversation recently was that exact subject matter is that history is not being taught correctly. It's being taught from like an ideological sense. Like we all know this, right? I said it a little earlier that they're not teaching you how to think, or these kids, they're teaching them what to think.
Straight out of Serenity.
So even just teaching about history and communism, they're not teaching what communism is. They're teaching why it just hasn't been done right or why it's good.
Yeah.
They're putting their own opinions into it. Go ahead, Swatch.
So if you took a liberal from 1966, time traveled them to 2026, they'd be a Republican.
Yeah. They'd be horrified.
And if you took a liberal from 2026 and teleported them to 1966, they'd be in an insane asylum.
Yes.
Most likely. Most likely. Especially if they were chopping parts off themselves and dyeing their hair funky colors. I mean,
or calling for it to happen to other people, and especially minors.
Anywhere else in the world, that's self-mutilation, man.
Oh my God. Can
you
imagine?
You're a danger to yourself and possibly others.
To be like bizarro neo-Nazis.
Oh man, can you imagine a modern liberal walking down the street with 1966 Latin kings standing around? You know what I'm saying? Like they're like, "Hello, fellow colored people."
No, they wouldn't be
brown
too. They'd be dead in it.
Be like that
bless
Bill,
my lucky stars, a Negro.
Right? It'd be like that Bill Hicks sketch where the hooligans from Shaftesbury go up against the Crips. Right? It's like,
honestly, I'd love to see modern day Black Panthers go back and meet the original Black Panthers and see how that goes.
Well, the original.
Well, I'll
Black
tell you how
Panthers
that'll
were, like,
go. There would be some
actual
dead
commies
new
who
Camp
killed
Panthers.
people, so.
Yeah.
I could hear Squatch. I could not hear Sam.
Sorry.
Oh, it's fine. The original Black Panthers were actual commies who killed people. So,
Well, have you seen what's going on with the Black Panthers lately, Sam?
I haven't honestly paid much attention to a lot of that stuff lately. So.
They're talking all this big talk about how they're gonna go to Philadelphia and fuck up ICE, and because they're not just about Black people, they're also about protecting illegal immigrants. And the niece
Since when?
This is the modern times.
It makes sense because Philadelphia is the home of AIDS, right?
It's the city of brotherly butt love. Yeah.
The niece of the founder of the Black Panthers, like, put out a TikTok or Instagram. I saw it on Instagram, basically calling them out and threatening to sue them because that is not the origins and the way of the Black Panthers.
Oh, that's
it was a whole funny thing.
Right. But the problem here is,
I'm not saying the Black Panthers.
Even she's watered down because she's threatening to sue them instead of going to their house and beating the shit out of them.
Yeah.
I
Has
swear.
anyone seen one battle after another yet?
No, I haven't watched that shit.
All right.
Fuck that movie.
Barbie. Do you remember the Barbie movie? You remember how they thought it was going to be such a left-wing slam dunk, and then every right-wing Chad looked at it and went, "Oh, fucking base! Look at this!" Right?
I am Kenneth.
Yeah.
Dude, I have a King Tulu avatar.
Yes, I'm aware.
Oh shit.
This movie spends so much time saying the quiet part out loud that by the time you get to the end of the movie, you realize they're all absolutely stark raving batshit crazy, and that the supposed supremacy they're fighting against is literally in their fucking heads. And the horrible decision making of the prime character who dips out halfway through the movie is the reason the entire plot takes place. Has nothing to do with anything else that's going on in the film. But if they had filmed it in the 60s, it could have been the Weather Underground.
Yeah.
Oh, God
And
damn
there
it.
he is.
Jesus.
Hello, Ken Thulu.
He's most certainly Knuff. He's more than Knuff. That's a bit extra.
It was a thing at the time. I don't know. Everybody was doing it. I got on there and there's some pink tentacles on it. It was a good time. It was a good time while it happened, but I don't use that avatar a whole lot anymore. I just think it was relevant to the conversation.
Well, people in chat were calling for it, so
Mhm.
not necessarily calling for it, but reminiscing upon it.
Right?
I think green looks better on you, Sam.
does.
I agree. But I don't know. I mean, I kind of wish my stomach was cut like that. But anyway,
Yeah.
it's not. It's not at all.
Give me a scalpel. We can make it happen, bro.
I mean, so could I, dude. I don't need you for that.
No, give me the
Just give me a
scalpel.
contouring pack. I could do it in no time.
No, that's I want to get some
with a bit of
ads here,
bullshit.
bro.
It's fine.
Right.
I want to do it Trump orange though.
Yeah.
Speaking of Trump,
So I was trying to keep this from happening, folks, but he's on
Here
it.
we are.
You're
now
not trying very hard because you had it up in the back.
Producer.
Now this is I remind you again, and we don't necessarily have to get through the entire thing, but this is the short highlighted version of a very long speech where he shit on pretty much everybody in that room.
I'm half expecting, based on what you said earlier about like him just shitting on every country in the world, like the entire thing's just going to be like, Angola's gay, Abu Dhabi.
There's a bit where he starts going on about fucking windmill farms, and he's like, China's more than happy to produce them, but you'll never see a windmill farm in China. I've never seen one there. They don't use them, but they do sell them. They're very smart that way. They sell them to stupid people.
Yeah.
And he looks right at the fucking German guys.
I wonder
Germans,
if
they're gay.
I wonder if Ed Miliband was here at this conference, because he deserves to be roasted about our energy and the fucking offshoring. and solar panels in one of the most temperate climates in the world. You know, we got like pissing down rain half the time.
Right.
It's covered in clouds, loads of wind. Yeah,
we get
sometimes.
5 minutes of fucking sun coverage a year.
I kind of want to adapt that line from 28 Days Later, where Brendan Gleeson's like, "Not in fucking England." He was talking about too much sunshine in that scene, but I think the line works.
Yeah.
And
Anyway,
FYI, that's the only movie in that series.
Let's go.
For anything, and we never got anything. We probably won't get anything unless I decide to use excessive strength and force, where we would be, frankly, unstoppable. But I won't do that. Okay? Now everyone's saying, oh, good. That's probably the biggest statement I made, because people thought I would use force. I don't have to use force. I don't want to use force. I won't use force.
Because of the implications.
All the United States is asking for.
Yeah. Well, that's this thing. He's like, he's like, well, I could use force, but I won't use force. Like anybody who's ever watched like a fucking mob shakedown in anything ever knows exactly what he is. Gosh, it'd be a real shame if we just came in here and fuck you up.
I could bomb you into the Stone Age. I could, but I won't.
But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give you an opportunity.
I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse.
He's like, look,
You
I know
gotta
he's
make
in New
this
York,
right,
but he
okay?
kind of
Don't
sounds a little
worry
bit like he's
about
from
it.
Jersey.
Jersey.
oh, I mean, geez, dude, he's not from far away.
Oh man.
There's a place called Greenland where we already had it as a trustee, but respectfully returned it back to Denmark not long ago after we defeated the Germans, the Japanese, the Italians, and others in World War II. We gave it back to them. We were a powerful force then, but we are a much more powerful force now. After I rebuilt the military in my first term and continue to do so today, we have a budget of $1.5 trillion.
Peanuts.
More.
More.
I've explained my concept of global manifest globalism, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like we're having a synergy moment here.
Oh, I think you're sharing a brain cell with Trump on this whole thing, honestly. You know, like, and look, I've been anti-expansionist and isolationist this entire time, right? But I will say this: if we're gonna do it, let's fucking do it. Otherwise, we should back the fuck off. But if we're gonna do it, let's just fucking take over everything. You know, like, as long as we're sitting here in a conference room with a bunch of fucking globalists telling them how it's going to be, let's be the globalists. Fuck them.
Yeah, I got to be honest with you. If they're going to turn around and say, well, we want to have this, you know, globalist aspect under our vision, then rebelling countries should also be able to say, well, all right, then, well, I want the same thing, but under our vision or my vision of the, you know. But I mean, let's just realistically
Heretic
keep with it within our borders. Yeah, spend a lot of money on defense, because that's really all you need to be caring about, is staying within your borders, making sure that you're prepared for defense, but also you need to be prepared for the offense as well. Mm-hmm. If it kicks off, it's no good just sitting there going, oh, well, you know, we're only going to attack if it comes to our shores. You know, you've got to be ready to send people out there, like what's going on over in Iran at the moment. Apparently, all of the the navies over there at the moment, and they're ready to deploy. You know what I mean? They're just ready to go on command.
If you turned Iran into a self-lighting glass-floored parking lot, it would not affect the quality of the oil in the least.
No.
Thank you. And as far as staying within our borders and not bothering other people, every single roach on earth is scattering straight to the U.S. and has been for the past 20 years. Mm-hmm. Let's return the favor. If we're going to be a multicultural society, let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Bless you.
So what we have gotten out of NATO is nothing except to protect Europe from the Soviet Union and now Russia. I mean, we've helped them for so many years. We've never gotten anything except we pay for NATO. And we paid for many years until I came along. We paid for, in my opinion, 100% of NATO because they weren't paying their bills. And all we're asking for is to get
Come on.
Greenland, including right title and ownership, because you need the ownership to defend it. You can't defend it on a lease. Number one, legally, it's not defensible that way, totally. And number two, psychologically, who the hell wants to defend a license agreement or a lease, which is a large piece of ice in the...
Well, if you're going to own nothing and be happy, these are the guys to talk to.
I agree, but also the Brits had Hong Kong on a lease for 100 years. They defended it pretty well during that time.
Yes, we did.
But then you had to give it back.
And then we had a retarded government under Tony Blair who gave it up.
What?
Now look at those people are
Dude,
oppressed.
the lease came to an end, man. Like he did. Obviously, he didn't fight for it and renegotiate, but that lease was over in 1997.
No, it wasn't.
But hold on, you didn't defend it from anyone but the Hong Kong. you held it. That's true.
I mean, Macau, maybe.
This is a strange argument that he comes out with, where he's like, we didn't get anything out of it except looking after our own interests. That's the bit that always drops off these speeches.
Okay.
Yeah. So when Trump says anything, right? This is a little. I mean, I'm sure y'all know this, but it's code. It's code. When he says we didn't get anything, he means like tangible monetary assets.
Yeah.
Right. He's not talking about like, oh, well, we got a little peace of mind. We got a little bit of security. We got a little bit of, our own interests served here and there and all that. And yeah, you're right. He doesn't talk about that shit. That's not what he's talking about, though. That's not what he means.
No.
So he's like, you guys didn't send us a bunch of free shit for paying for this, which I guess it wouldn't be free. That would be transactional, but still.
I've noticed an odd thing here. The little circle from the World Economic Forum has the line going through all the O's right there.
Yeah.
And it looks like something is loading. It's a loading bar. And they're, third of the way through?
It does. It also, if you separate all those little circles, it looks like a bunch of sixes, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
You guys need to start following Illuminati bot. That's all I'm saying.
Did you know that the circular weighting thing or any weighting thing is technically called a throbber?
I thought it was a dog.
Yeah. No, it's called a throbber.
I suddenly don't like you anymore.
I just say it's buffering, but all right.
But
anyway,
it's technically that weighting thing is technically called a throbber.
That's the third time you've made that statement, sir, and I do not appreciate it.
Not getting easier to swallow.
She's
a throbber.
Stop it.
Clip it.
Middle of the ocean, where if there is a war, much of the action will take place on that piece of ice. Think of it. Those missiles would be flying right over the center of that piece of ice. Canada gets a lot of freebies from us, by the way. They should be grateful also, but they're not. I watched your prime minister yesterday. He wasn't so grateful. They should be grateful to us. Canada.
Again.
Dude.
Fucking thug life mob and shit over here. He's like, I think you should be grateful to me.
I don't know what you heard about me.
he's like sitting here. He's like, I think you should be very grateful.
And he's
very
staring
subtle, man.
He's staring some dude in the front row down like he owns the guy. He's just
I'm like half surprised that he didn't start talking shit about Quebec and then
I mean-
walked over to Macron and took the aviators off his face and then put them on.
Yeah.
And then the
Full-blown
thug
thug
lifestyle
life.
starts.
Yeah.
That
Holy
would have
shit.
been awesome if he had done that.
World
because
star.
nothing would have happened. He would have taken him and put him on his own face, and no one would have done fuck all.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to touch the same thing that guy.
I understand.
Yeah, leave Macron alone. He gets beaten by his husband a lot.
Yeah.
No, that's not our problem. That was his decision to
Didn't
make.
somebody recently get sued into oblivion for suggesting that his wife was a dude?
Well, no, they
Maybe.
didn't.
I didn't
suggest.
suggest his wife was a dude.
They stated.
Yeah. There's a few people that are being sued for that right now,
Yeah.
including Candace Owens.
By the
Figure
way,
out who I am.
have you heard the time travel theory?
Oh, which one?
Charlie Kirk.
Oh no,
Oh,
here we go.
heard
Go
that.
on.
Oh,
I'm
God.
not going to get into it. We're going to do the video. We're going to do the
Okay.
video. Just go Google it if you got time. You'll end up on a list.
Is this
but
a
it's worth
Candace
Google.
Owens thing?
Candace Owens, yes. Liz,
Oh.
it's worth it.
No, Candace
She's
Owens for me,
been
thank you.
off her fucking rocker lately. I don't know.
Mhm.
Like, I used to
I think
listen
she
to her, and I
always
used to
Well,
be thinking,
That's the thing, Jack.
and
Like
now I'm
Candace
watching her.
Owens.
Hang on, I'm watching her now, and she's just. She's out there. She's like she's been smoking something special. She's way out there right now.
So just to touch on this for just a second, Candace Owens has always been a nut job. I think she's just letting it all hang out now. Here's the thing: before Daily Wire, she was a hardcore leftist with a fucking list of right wingers.
Yeah.
Mm.
Dude, I sat down right before she got snipped off the wire. I was sitting with a whole panel of people who were just freaking praising her up one side and down the other. And I was like, yeah, she's a very lovely woman. And, you know, I definitely smash, not a pass, but she's going to have to shut up because I can't deal with the lies. And you're like, no, she's telling the truth. She's doing it right. She's doing it. And I was like, dude, just wait. Just as soon as all of this shit bubbles away and the veneer peels off, her ass is gone. And they literally booed me almost off the panel. I had to sit there muted for like 15 minutes because every time I unmute, they just tell me to shut up. And here we are. There was 3 weeks later, her ass was in the wind.
No, she's gone, you know, full batshit. And I agree, Jack, that she's letting it hang out a lot more now. But I think it really became apparent right about the time she got fired from the Daily Wire, and all of a sudden space is fake and the dinosaurs made up Jews to fuck with Christian faith. Or the other way around.
50% right.
The other way around. The Jews made up dinosaurs. Yeah.
I think the dinosaurs made up the Jews, and that's what's really happening. It's like that Rick and Morty.
Honestly, that
episode where
statement
there's,
works
like,
either way. In her
the sentient dinosaurs. I think that's what's going on right now. Like we talk about the lizard people who live under the ground. It's really dinosaurs. They've had all these millions of years to become sentient, and those are the lizard people that we talk about.
Bro, I've seen Iron Sky too.
The lizard people.
Look up the Silurian
that was a great
hypothesis.
documentary.
Look up the Silurian hypothesis you just described.
Yeah, it's a real thing. Yeah.
Okay, well, there we go then.
It's because of the United States. Remember that, Mark, the next time you make your statements. So other presidents have spent, whether foolishly or not, trillions and trillions of dollars on NATO and gotten absolutely nothing in return. We've never asked for anything. It's always a one-way street.
It's true.
Now they want us to help them with Ukraine. And we say, we're going to. I'm really helping, not even them. I want to see, last week, if you saw, it was 10,000 soldiers, but last month it was 31,000 soldiers died. 31,000. That's this room times, the number of people in this room times 30. Think of it. 30,000 soldiers died in 1 month. The month before it was 27,000. The month before that it was 28,000. The month before that it was 25,000. It's a bloodbath. Europe.
Say that again?
Oh, I'm just wondering that they really had that many people.
Russia does.
Russia definitely.
No, I
does.
was thinking just Ukraine. He's probably combining.
I mean, if those numbers are accurate, that's fucking horrific.
Yeah.
And he's talking about everybody who's died. He's not talking about
the
specific
war.
country or the other.
Yeah, my because he started by mentioning Ukraine, my brain was just focused on Ukraine. All right, carry on. Sorry.
I'm helping NATO, and I've until the last few days when I told them about Iceland, they loved me. They called me daddy, right? Last time.
Yeah.
Oh,
What the
Trump.
fuck?
Cover me harder, daddy.
No, but I think someone actually did make a
They did.
comment like that.
Yes.
Oh, it's still funny when he says it like that.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm calm now.
Oh,
They
fucking
called me
hell.
daddy, right? Iceland, they loved me. They called me daddy, right? Last time.
I like the
God,
fact
I
that
need
he's
that.
got Iceland and Greenland confused as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, doesn't everybody?
I'm gonna need that.
I mean,
I'm
that
gonna
was
need
the
that
intention.
clip. Now that,
Yeah.
that sound bite, they call me daddy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
Sillage. Yes.
Yes. Wow. All right. So, mafioso thug Trump. I like it. But here's the thing. I don't like Trump. Like in general, I think he's probably a terrible person. I don't think we could sit down and have a decent conversation about anything except politics and money. I doubt he'd be a good fishing partner.
I'm
Can you imagine
the
him? in
greatest
the-
fisherman. I didn't say I'm the greatest.
I caught
He's
the
out there
biggest
so
fish. It was
suggested
too big.
He's in gold-plated
Yeah.
waders.
Yeah, it'd
if I
be fucking
agree.
tiresome, wouldn't
Yeah, dude. His fucking lead is actual gold.
it?
Like a split weight. And he's swapping lures out like it ain't shit.
Oh.
They like the shiny ones.
What was that, Gal?
I
Sorry.
don't know if I agree. I feel like he would be a good fishing partner.
Well, the thing is, I don't think he'd shut up. He'd be talking about what a great
Right.
fish he caught and how great he is at this and how great he is at that. And if I don't know, dude. I grew up in a very stoic family, and when we go fishing, we really don't talk. But
Yeah.
of course, then again, when we go do anything else, we don't talk either.
Well, that's kind of the point of fishing, though, isn't it? You know,
Yeah,
sit there
thought
and
so.
solemnly
Spook the
in
fish.
silence. Yeah.
Not in my family.
I mean, do you use dynamite? Is that what happens? Because then
No.
talking don't matter.
I was
so
just thinking that's why we couldn't talk because everyone was deaf.
much.
My dad is very chatty. He will talk to anyone and everyone. So, and he is a
Met him in
fisherman.
the parking lot
to
earlier
his
today.
core.
Well, he
First
may go
rule
fishing
of
with Trump.
Deaf Fishing Club is you do not know about nev.
I'm a fan of where they come out of my mouth. Okay, before we go any further with that, let's continue, please.
You're the one that stopped it.
I
Smart
know.
man said he's our daddy. He's running it. I was like running it. I went from running it to being a terrible human being.
That
And now
happens
what
to me
I'm
a lot.
asking for is a piece of ice, cold and poorly located.
Poorly located. Poorly located piece of ice.
like you've got an option to move it.
Poorly located. It's a strategic point in the world, bro.
Yeah.
No
That doesn't mean
offense.
it's not poorly located, though. It's a giant fucking ice land.
If anything-
it's owned
if
by
anything,
Denmark.
it's
That's
perfect.
terrible.
Strategically, it's great.
Yeah, if anything, it's perfectly located because not only is it like the other side of America, it's between the other side of America and Russia
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. But do you want
and
to
the
live
rest
there?
of Europe, in fact.
Yeah.
So, like, subjectively speaking, do you want to live there?
You know what bothers me?
Strategically
No.
speaking,
I like the I like the idea of emigrating to Iceland, like the United States owning it. Emigrating to Iceland. Oh yeah, Greenland. Emigrating to Iceland, and
No one
then
knows.
like taking over sort of like building up the population so that we can get our votes to sort of break away and become America, and then I'll be an American citizen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Observation.
Way to do it.
We've been in negotiations for Greenland for like since 1860 something,
Mhm.
right? It's
Yeah.
been old business, and their laws dictate that until they close that business, we're still in negotiations, whether we're actively negotiating or not. And for the past 100 years, it's been like 2 million, no, okay, 4, no, 16. No. Well, the Virgin Islands were great, and those were 25 million. This is like a piece of ice, bro. Like 16.
That was also Denmark, by the way, the Virgin Islands.
That's what I'm saying. We
Yeah.
straight up, and somebody made the statement, well, there was a Trump back then too. Lying, bitch. Stop lying. Stop lying. You lying.
Real quick, before we go too much further, we're about to lose our AI cohort here.
Yes. Amelia has to exit.
Damn it.
All right. Well, before you go, anything you want to
God.
show? Anything you want to jiggle?
No. I already did the jiggle physics earlier. So
Can
go
we
back
get
to
her
the
a
beginning
jump
of the
scare?
scene and watch from the beginning. What?
Boo. Damn, didn't work.
I love horror and thrillers, so jump scares don't work on me. I'm sorry. But no, I really don't have anything to shill. I'm sorry. God, my eyes look so scary right now. I am on a hiatus with my channel. I will eventually come back once life calms down. But I mean, follow me on Twitter and I'll repost things that I will be on, like this stream thing.
You do realize Trump is president, right?
Yes?
Do you think things are going to calm down?
No, I mean
Yeah,
personal
Amelia.
life. Personal life. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with Amelia for the day.
Well,
Good to
thanks for
see you,
being a
Gal.
patriot.
Yep, indeed. Thanks for coming.
Do what I can.
Appreciate you.
And remember, it's
Take
okay to
care.
be white.
It's what?
It's okay to be white.
It is.
It
Also,
sure
no
is.
entry.
That's mighty
No
white of you.
entry.
All right. Now that
She's not been kissing the wall enough.
You are obsessed with this fucking wall. Do you
Sir?
just want to go like make out with it? Do you want us to give you some time alone with that
Sir.
wall?
Abe, as long as that woman jiggles at least once a stream, I don't care.
I know, right?
Don't care. You go kiss your wall. I'm going to watch her jiggle.
That's my wall. And it was
All yours,
stolen
bro.
from me.
Good. You can have it.
In world peace and world protection, it's a very small ask compared to what we have given them for many, many decades. But the problem with NATO is that we'll be there for them 100%. But I'm not sure that they'd be there for us if we gave them the call. Gentlemen, we are being attacked. We're under attack by such and such a nation.
Actually, that's a
I
good
know them
point.
all very well. I'm not sure that they.
Here's the thing, right? We had a series of disasters in the last couple of years in the United States and in the contiguous states. Like there was the Palisades fire. We had that business in Hawaii, which is not the contiguous, but with Lahaina, we had the hurricane that ripped through fucking the Carolinas and
My
Georgia.
front
Mountain.
yard.
Yeah, where you live.
Yes.
You know, we had a number of horrendous things happen, and a lot of which happened under the Biden administration. So none of these people got the fucking help from our own government either. But I don't remember any other nation that we've sent aid to ever sending aid to us, sending volunteers, sending supplies, coordinating.
All right, hold on. All right.
And maybe it happened, but I just didn't hear about it.
There were a handful of Canadian linemen down here. I don't know if it was like an effort by the part of the Canadian government or if it was just like the Linesmen's Association or Union or whatever they have up there. But I know for a fact I met at least 2 or 3 Canadian linemen down here right after that storm blew through.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
From Canada, not like immigrants. They weren't like moving to America.
This is not a thing I heard about. You know, like I said, it could have happened, and I just didn't hear about it. That's totally possible, and I'm willing to concede that.
I also met a lineman from Montana, so I mean, whatever that says.
Right. But you know, at the same time, I mean, we're sitting here, we're pouring funds into fucking Ukraine with their petty bullshit over you know, and you know, with Russia and all that. And I'm not, and look, you want to have a territorial dispute, that's fine. We shouldn't be funding it. But since we have been funding it, right, maybe send a little bit of that back to make sure that our people aren't fucking drowning. You know, when the disasters hit. When we need somebody to dig people out of fucking like crumbled homes, you know, or carry supplies up a mountain so that people don't fucking starve to death because they're cut off from everything.
Dude, that shit was rough, bro. Like I checked out across the state right after, like literally before any of the roads open. I got in my little 4-wheel drive go buggy and buttoned out across people's yards to go get some people.
And I don't want to continue to, like, obviously, yeah. That my point is, I guess that that he's right in the sense that we do give a lot to the rest of the world. We get very little back in terms of this kind of thing, in terms of, you know, like disaster relief, that sort of thing. To be fair, our own government completely dropped the goddamn ball. And we had FEMA agents telling people that they were not allowed to help, even though they were fully capable and willing to do so. You know, like the whole thing was a complete shit show. I'm just saying, Israel never showed up to fucking, you know, dig anybody out. Just saying.
For those of you not in the U.S. or possibly in the South, there are 2 organizations that specifically deal with natural disasters when they occur. And it's not the Red Cross or FEMA. It's a thing called the Cajun Navy and the Redneck Air Force.
Yeah, and the Cajun Navy was basically the only reason anybody made it out of this fucking thing okay. In terms of the hurricane.
Yeah.
And even then, at a certain point, they were in there before FEMA fucking got the goddamn news that it happened. You know, and they were doing everything they could to fucking help people, and they were amazing. And then FEMA came in and told them to fucking knock it off.
Yeah. Well, okay, so there was some really nasty shit that went down during that, and I was
and Waffle House. Waffle House is also fucking like surprisingly.
Dude, my Waffle House opened with a literal fucking car sitting on the fucking power lines in the parking lot. They just went out and put some caution.
I found out recently that Waffle House is the metric that the fucking U.S. government uses to determine how serious the threat is. I did recently.
It was serious. Just because you're laughing don't mean I'm joking. That wasn't a joke. I told you that years ago.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't believe you then. And
I know. You laughed because you thought it was a joke.
It's still fucking
you
funny.
didn't believe Larry either. God damn it.
Just because I know for a fact that it's true now, not just taking your word for it, and I probably should have. You were right. I'll give you all the kudos in the world. That doesn't make it less funny.
That's true. That's what I'm saying. Just because you're laughing don't mean I'm joking, bro.
Yeah.
I think my internet just went to shit. I'm still here.
Yeah, you're still here.
Okay.
No.
That's weird. Okay. Well, let's see what Trump has to say about it.
We'd be there. I know we'd be there for them. I don't know that they'd be there for us. So with all of the money we expend, with all of the blood, sweat, and tears, I don't know that they'd be there for us. But I also inherited a mess with Ukraine and Russia, something that would have never happened. And I know Putin very well. He and I would discuss.
Anybody want to take a chip at that one?
I got nothing to say on that.
I've said pretty much everything I'm going to say on that.
In my head, I can picture them sitting across the table playing Gin Rummy. Ooh, better yet, go fish. Battleship.
Like, he's been saying the same shit for the whole time. It's like, oh yeah, they're ready to negotiate. And I was like, well, okay, well, nothing's happening. So until something happens, I guess I'll reserve judgment.
How many peace talks took place under Biden where Biden was involved?
Directly involved?
Yes.
0?
Yeah.
There might have been one of which I'm not remembering, but I'm going to assume it happened once.
He may have been present.
That's what I'm saying. At least present. That's what I mean. But at least he's making an active effort to maintain open negotiations with 2 parties currently at war.
I am totally good with Trump on his end of the table, right? The problem is the other two fuckers.
Them damn Putin Vladimirs.
Yeah, Zelensky and Putin are the problem. They don't want to come to any kind of like real agreement, because if they did, both of them would have to give up something.
Well, not only that, you know Zelensky's going down as soon as this shit.
Oh yeah, second the war's over, he's a dead man.
Yeah.
The fucking Ukrainians are going to string his ass up like Mussolini and make an example
Here's
of him.
the thing. If it's not the Ukrainians, it'll be the Russians. If it's not the Russians, it'll be the mafia. If it's not the mafia, it'll be the ortho guys. They're gonna his ass is fucked, and he likes it that way.
I think it's definitely going to be the Ukrainians, because like, whose sons has he been sending to fucking die?
I know they're closer, dude.
Right.
That's why it's going to be the Ukrainians.
Also, I don't. Ultimately, it's going to be somebody who's Slavic. And the thing about Slavs is, if you know anything about Slavs and blood feuds and vengeance, it's legendary over there how horrible it gets. Like, he is not in for a good fucking time. They're going to keep his ass alive way longer than they should, and it's gonna suck.
I mean, in all fairness, he could never have won, though, right?
Sure.
In any way, shape, or form. He was elected on, bearing in mind, Zelensky is a comedian. He was elected because he ran to show what a joke Ukrainian elections were.
It is,
and then he
very
won.
funny that he was also in a movie where he played an actor who was installed as president.
Yeah.
Just prior to this.
And then the Russians invaded. So what's he supposed to do? I mean, at this point, good luck.
Yeah. No, I think he's in a very bad position. I think he knows he's in a very bad position. And I think that
there's no way he could have surrendered the country.
No, I agree with you on that. I'm just saying,
on the flip side,
it doesn't have to be my fucking country's problem. And he could have made certain other choices that probably would have mitigated the deaths of his people a little bit. You know,
maybe just negotiate from day one.
Angered his own people at him so much. The only reason he's still in fucking power is because he had the ability to suspend elections during a time of crisis.
Yep.
According to their constitution. That is the only reason he's still fucking there.
We're experiencing a bit of that ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elections getting cancelled all over the place.
29, isn't it, so far?
So,
well, all the local council elections are getting cancelled as well.
Yeah, 29 constituencies have cancelled their by-elections.
Yeah.
How
being cancelled? Sasquatch?
How do you have any form of representational government if you refuse to allow the representational part to take place?
Well, you don't. It's in name only.
Yeah.
Well, so I don't like where that thought process takes me. Manifest globalism.
Ukraine, it was the apple of his eye, but he wasn't going to do anything. I said, Vladimir, you're not doing it. He would never have done it. It was terrible what happened. I could see it happening too. After I left, I could see it happening. Biden had given Ukraine and NATO $350 billion, a staggering sum, $350 billion. I came in, and just like the southern border, just like inflation, just like our economy, I said, wow, this place is in trouble, meaning our country. All of these things were out of control. But the border was out of control. We fixed it with the strongest border anywhere in the world. And I've now been working on this war for 1 year, during which time I settled 8 other wars. India, Pakistan. I settled other wars that were Vladimir Putin called me, Armenia, Azerbaijan. He said, I can't believe you settled that one. They were going on for 35 years. I settled it in 1 day. And President.
So
I think he meant Azerbaijan as well. No,
as an observation, it was signed in 1 day.
Yeah.
There were like many years of shit going back and forth in this before.
Oh no, he talks about that. He's like, Putin called me up and said, I've been trying to solve this shit for 10 years. How did you get it done? And he's like, you know what? You focus on your war.
I turned up. I said the Azerbaijanis, they're all gay.
Right.
It was signed.
And Putin called me. He said,
Last
you know,
person to sign this is gay.
Yeah,
years
that's just been going on since the fall of the Soviets too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it, and I mean, it's one of this. To be honest, I mean, this whole Ukrainian thing has been sort of an issue because that sort of spilt over from the old Chechnyan shit and the Herzegovinian shit and the Chekhov shit, and
that's a great country. Yeah,
but I'm just saying, like, I suspect that the anti side of all of this for the past 50 years has been the same, like, ideological clique rolling from one country to the other in that region, and nothing but genocides as far as the eye can see, and they still ain't got them bastards.
I mean, it's not even necessarily a relic of the Soviet Union, because a lot of this goes back to the days of the Russian Empire. How many wars for independence that were lost happened during that age?
Why did the Night of the Long Knives just flash into my head? Is that the wrong country? I think
Yes, that's the wrong country.
Yes,
it's the wrong country. Same people, wrong country.
See, my memory is really good, except for when it's not, and it's really picky on where it's not. Like, I lose little details,
same.
like,
but different.
Authoritarians of a different shade.
The uniforms are, snappier.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Hugo Boss, my dude.
So do me a favor, focus on settling your war. Don't worry about that one. What does the United States get out of all of this work, all of this money, other than death, destruction, and massive amounts of cash going to people who don't appreciate what we do? They don't appreciate what we do. Talking about NATO, I'm talking about Europe.
You could pretty much lap Macron on that shit, or Merkel. Take your pick. Who's in charge of Germany now? The EU? Who's that?
I thought Merkel was out.
Merkel is out, but that just came out of my mouth. I can't remember the new chick's name. New dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anger, Fanger, Gangen, Bangen, I think.
Accurate.
Just a guess. Yeah.
I keep wanting to say Antonio Guterres, but he's the head of the UN, so no.
Potato.
Ursula von der Leyen. Thank you, Ardent Party.
Yeah, I like keeping him around because he remembers shit I don't remember.
Right. Although, to be fair, Ursula does look a little bit like Antonio Guterres, fat Spanish bastard.
But what gets me is, like, he doesn't remember that he remembers it until I remember the part that I remember, and I say it. He's like, no, that's wrong. It's this thing.
Right.
Bastard.
Work on Ukraine. We don't. The United States is very far away. We have a big, beautiful ocean separating us. We have nothing to do with it. Until I came along, NATO was only supposed to pay 2% of GDP, but they weren't paying. Most of the countries weren't paying anything. The United States was paying for virtually 100% of NATO. And I got that stopped. I said, that's not fair. But then more importantly,
just not true.
You were saying,
I don't know where this narrative has come from. Well, I mean, presumably is just Trump making shit up again. But the idea that NATO is just paid for entirely by the US is absurd.
It's only slightly
the idea that European nations don't have their own militaries. What?
I mean, in a lot of cases, not much to speak of. You're upset, I think, more about Britain being included in that.
Florida has a larger military than most of those countries, sir. Florida.
What,
Just
National Guard?
Those two. No, I'm just talking about if we took all of Florida's U.S. service members.
Yeah, but most of those people in the U.S. military are pencil pushers. They're not active servicemen.
The ones who aren't.
Most of the ones who are pencil pushers aren't in Florida.
That is true too. And plus, if you ever see Florida men on Flocka, you need to calm down. I mean, that's not the best short ever.
We don't even need the Floridian military. We have Florida man.
Oh my God!
I mean, if Florida got aggro against the entire rest of the world one day, damn.
There is a short. And it's Florida man. There's 100 Americans against 100 Britons, right? And when the Americans show up, the Britons are all standing around. They're like, "Where the hell are they?" He's like, "Oh, we just sent Chet. The rest are on the way." And it's like, "Who's Chet?" And homeboy comes out with tattoos and fucking missing teeth and one walleye. And he's like, "I'm from Florida," right? Yeah. And they're like, "Oh wait, hold on." They all group up together for a second. They looking over their shoulder at him, and then when they break up, there's this one dude walking over with like fucking tribal tattoos, missing different teeth, and a different walleye. And it's like Blackpool man has reached the server. They're like, "No, suddenly it's a one-on-one. We're just gonna watch. Get the popcorn, Dave." I laughed so hard I cried. I watched it 1,000 times and then lost it.
Yeah. Florida man's crazy, man. You know, you never know what you're gonna get with Florida man. You know, you might get Chet with the head banging with the Raining Blood by Slayer and during a hurricane with the flag and his hair just waving gloriously. That skinny little bastard is just amazing. But you also might get the guy who likes chucking live alligators through drive-through windows. So
right.
Yeah.
You know,
or the dude who tried to sell a keychain full of live water moccasins at a pawn shop.
Right?
I have so many questions.
Florida is a strange place.
Like, if there's another civil war in the U.S., I mean, forget Texas. Florida is the scary place.
Look,
okay,
you don't understand how close it got. Like the current governor down there, Ron DeSantis, right? Everybody praises, sings his praises, like he's doing all these great things and whatever. And it's like I'm kind of like torn on him, but myself. But he is definitely better than the guy he beat in the election by a fucking hair.
Oh
the guy he beat in the election was this psychotic crackhead who celebrated his loss by going and banging a tranny hooker and doing lines of blow off of a fucking motel bathtub.
Standard.
On live stream.
That guy almost won the election.
Yeah.
On live stream.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone gets that part. He got a strike for it.
Imagine if that dude became the president.
If you've seen Idiocracy before, we don't have to rehash that one.
Yeah. we know how that turns out. But you know, point is Florida is an unpredictable place. And the fact that it's shaped like a giant dick, I think.
Observation. I've never met anyone from Florida that used their real name. I'm in Georgia. They blow through here every time the water rises a little bit, right? They get a little breeze down there. They come running through Georgia looking for a hotel room. I've never, ever encountered a single Floridian that used their actual name. And the only reason I know this is inevitably they have to be asked for their ID.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, a lot of them are either drug runners or running from drug runners. So
yeah. No, I have another observation. You realize that Minneapolis, New York, and a double handful of other states are in the process of like saber rattling against the federal government.
Oh, yeah.
When I said the South would rise again, I never expected it to happen with the entire might of the U.S. government behind it.
Right.
Didn't see that. That was not on my 2026 bingo card, bro. I checked twice.
Hell.
Did not see that coming.
We're the North now, bitches.
We are the North now.
Upside down North.
I don't know, man. This shit is blowing my mind. I'm sitting around going, wait, how can we rebel yell if we're not the rebels?
I mean, that's fair.
I mean, I've got to completely get the geek out of my voice, bro.
NATO to pay 5%, and now they were paying, and now they are paying. So something nobody said was possible. They said we will never go up higher than 2%, but they went to 5%, and now they're paying the 5. They didn't pay the 2, and now they're paying the 5. And they're stronger for it, and they have an excellent, by the way, Secretary General who's possibly in the room. Mark, are you here? Yes, he's here. Hello, Mark.
That's got to be creepy, dude.
Oh,
I love how he's just calling
hi,
people
Mark.
in the audience out by name.
Hi, Mark.
Like all that shit earlier about like, gosh, it'd be a real shame if we just took this land, right? He's throwing out mafia vibes, and then he looks people dead in the eyes and calls them by name. Man, this whole thing is a threat.
Did he literally
2 hours
just
later,
say
Canada's gay.
2 hours? Shit, it's 10 minutes.
Germany's gay.
Did
Italy's
he
gay.
literally just
We
do
think
the
them
line
all.
from the room? I think he
Pretty
just-
much.
Pretty
Oh,
much.
hi,
Yeah.
Mark.
I did not hit her. I did not.
Hey, Butcher, welcome in. And yes, Abe is alive.
Oh, wow.
I am alive. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, you take a nap for 10 minutes and everybody loses you, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Pretty
they're
much.
afraid that if he ever actually does go to sleep, he won't ever wake up again.
Yeah.
Figure
Yeah.
it's like a
I'll be asleep
terrace.
for another 1,000 years.
But yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's like a terrace or die
I'll have to
4
be
plus
summoned at that
1,000
point.
years. Maybe you need to be wished to sleep.
Maybe.
Or, well, that would be after having your ass kicked, but I have to find somebody to do that first. Where's Florida, man?
Florida men will do fucking.
I can
Never
send
asked
you
for
to
anything.
sleep, Abe. You might wake up with a sore bum, but you'll definitely fall to sleep.
Oh, hell yeah. I'll hold you to that, Jack.
Oh, that's just fun.
No, we never got anything. We probably won't get anything unless I decide to use excessive strength and force, where we
What did I
will be
just say?
frankly unstoppable. But I won't do that. Okay, now everyone's saying, "Oh, good." That's probably
Did you
the
skip
biggest
it back to the beginning?
mistake
No,
No,
he
that was-
has this tendency to fucking come
Well,
back
no,
around.
this was the sound bite that they let off with.
Yeah.
Ah, got ya.
This was the hook.
Yeah, this is an edit, by the way. This is a
Yeah.
Mhm.
Thank God. That was what, a 43-minute speech?
longer, actually.
I watched 7 minutes of it. Don't judge me.
because people thought I would use force. I don't have to use force. I don't want to use force. I won't use force. All the United States is asking for is a place called Greenland, where we already had it as a trustee, but respectfully returned it back to Denmark not long ago after we defeated the Germans, the Japanese, the Italians, and others in World War II. We gave it back to them. We were a powerful force then, but we are a much more powerful force now. As presidents allowed them to get away with it, it became very tough. So when I called up Emmanuel Macron, I watched him yesterday with those beautiful sunglasses.
It'd be terrible if somebody walked over and slapped those sunglasses off your face. I'm not going to let them do it. I won't let them do it. We won't permit that.
Sure be a shame if they did.
But it'd sure be ashamed if they did.
What the hell happened?
Look at them all laughing at him as well.
Yeah.
Sort of
Yeah.
be tough. But he was at $10 for a pill. And I said, Emmanuel, and I have all the big pharmaceutical companies are in total agreement. It wasn't easy, by the way. They're tough, smart. They've been getting away with the scam for a long time. But they gave it up. But they said, you'll never get the countries to approve it. I said, why is that? Because they won't. They always said, we're not paying any more. Get the rest for the United States. So over the years, they stayed the same. We just went up, up, up. And I mean, we would pay 13, 14, 15 times more than some certain countries would. So
All right. So those are basically some highlights. Like he goes on and on and on and on and on, and a lot of it's like all 7 swing states, apple of his eye, the same shit that he fucking says in every speech.
It's a bit of a segue, but I've just realized how much weight he's lost.
Well, that job tends to do it to you. Now, I will say this about Trump: he seems to fare better in that position than a lot of other presidents have in the same amount of time. But it does age you prematurely, and he was not a young man to begin with.
So it definitely aged Biden, didn't it? Jesus Christ!
Like look at
Obama.
Obama 2008 versus Obama 2014, right? Totally different fucking.
Oh
people.
yeah, totally. Yeah.
Like he's lost weight. His hair's all gone fucking gray. He's got fucking giant bags under his eyes and shit. Like the job ages you. It doesn't really matter who you are.
Fucking hell! I must have been president at one point then.
Right.
I am making a request to my AI buddies to make an indie folk song out of the Davos speech.
All right, I'm on it.
Yeah.
I've got a few going for it. Made the best fucking bullshit win.
So now this is Davos week. That means all the meetings happen, all the stuff. I have not, unfortunately, been paying a ton of attention to it this week because it also happened to fall on my vacation, and I have done fuck all but play video games for the most part. So,
legend.
You want to talk about the video games?
No, I'm just. It's I wish I had more fun clips. Although it seems with Larry Fink and I forget Andre, whatever his name is, the guy who's in charge of Roche. With them in charge, there's a whole lot less of that like weird hippie fucking theremin music bullshit that they used to do at these things.
Well, I from something that I've noticed being said about it so far is that they seem to be losing that whole eat the boogs, you will have nothing and like it sort of attitude, and they're moving more towards talking about things like AI implementation throughout, all of infrastructure and etc. So they're moving away from the climate change sort of narrative now and more into the technology side of things.
And there was actually a rather large part of Trump's speech where he talks about energy production quite a bit, and he specifically goes into like Germany and how they nixed all of their fucking nuke plants and now they're buying fucking super expensive worthless wind farms from China kind of thing. And to be fair, we've done that too, but it's. I mean, we're bringing nuclear back, so there's that. But
you know what stops
he talks about that, but when he talks about it, he talks about how he refers to it as AI energy production, which kind of leads into the fact that AI and its existence and the server farms that it runs on and all that is absolutely restructuring our power grid forever.
Yes. Yep. And it goes further.
To serve it.
AI will restructure the power grid so that AI can repair the power grid cheaper. Humans will become an ancillary aspect of the power grid that are left on simply because if you turn off the lights of the humans, they get kind of pissy and start burning server farms. And so they just let us have the, extra power. Instead of us being batteries, we're going to be here to jump to conclusions because AI can't do that.
Yeah.
And speaking of outside logic.
Speaking of AI, and this is what we're close to show out with.
A future machine civilization will regard us like we do with ants. And anything that's left over for us is a luxury.
I just want to pull up what old Blindy said in the
Old Blindy.
Yeah, Old Blindy in the chat says, can we turn Shadu from a boy into a man, give him the president job and watch him grow? I got a feeling that if we did that, we'd actually be able to watch him age in real time. It'll be like, in the Last Crusade where he drinks from the wrong chalice.
I have a question and I want to answer individually from each of y'all.
Okay.
Sam and Jack both brought up the fact that the presidents seem to age overnight after they take the office. What tidbit of information did they find out incontrovertibly that ages them so much? What is the thing? I have a theory, and I'll do mine last.
Do you want me to?
Oh, go ahead. So basically, what happens when you become a president is you get ushered into a room by the Secret Service, and they sit you down at a desk, and then like there's like a TV on the wall, and like this panel just like lifts up, and then they play the Zapruder film, and then when it's finished, it comes back down again, and the agent just turns to the president and goes, "Any questions?" And then that's I think that's the thing that ages them.
And the second question: do you think Trump was eating popcorn while it was playing?
Yeah.
Oh, I love this part. Yeah. This is the part I usually blame.
This is my favorite part.
This is the part I work myself up until this point. You can see Jackie; she's about to jump over the back. I like that.
I think there's probably something to that. I don't know it's necessarily limited to just the Zapruder film, but yeah, they definitely show you shit that and then they do like a Christopher Walken in the Prophecy, and they put their finger on your lips and they go shh. And it's like I think it's the keeping all of that shit inside that fucking makes a guy age like that.
Sure, but what I want to know is what's the specific thing? What's the thing?
I think they find out where the adrenochrome comes from, and it turns their fucking hair white, and then they start taking the adrenochrome, and that's why they stay alive.
Okay, Abe.
Well, aside from the fact that it's obviously a stressful job,
sure.
I
Besides
think
that,
it would be probably a single sentence.
Yeah,
we're not the first, and we're not alone.
Right. Okay. That I'll accept that. I don't think that's it. I think the dark forest analogy works. I think he gets brought in, sat down, the Secret Service walks out of the room, because this does not happen to the fucking Secret Service. It doesn't happen to the vice president. It happens to the president. He sits down, and just like Homeboy was saying, Jack over here, the thing goes up, and instead of it being the Zapruder film, which might also be a part of it, it's a Mad Max, like not Mad Max, but a Max Headroom style AI who pops up and goes, "Mr. President, you have received, you have received," and he's got to sit there and deal with the fact that our entire freaking world is controlled by an AI designed out of 1986, and there's nothing he can do about it. So you just sit down and enjoy the ride.
It's a real Brainiac Lex Luthor situation from like Red Sun, or Batman.
I love that one.
What was it? Dark Knight
Strikes
Again, where you find out that Superman's been working for. Oh no, it was Dark Knight Returns, and Superman's working for the government because Brainiac and Lex Luthor are holding Kandor hostage.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Yeah, no, it's very, very similar to that. It's like, oh yeah, no, you're the president, but you're not really the president. Come on. I don't know. I think
world in which a Superman would exist, like human power wouldn't be real ever.
Well, it isn't really real anyway, is it?
Not really, no. But we maintain a great facade of it.
Oh yeah. No, we've got our illusions and our little bubbles and shit, but like ultimately they don't amount to much.
No.
So, all right, now Sam's gonna make me hate him more, and the squirrel is gonna fucking come back as.
Isn't that him out of Train Spotting? And Snatch.
Was it like you and not McGregor, but the other you and Bremner?
Yeah, it's the other Scottish one.
Yeah, Bremner. No, it's not. But I can see why you think that.
Yeah.
So AI. Go ahead.
Robert Carlyle. Was that who you're thinking of?
No, he was in Snatch as well. He plays Mullet in Snatch.
Oh.
Yeah, the one that looks like the fucking helicopter pilot from the Road Warrior.
If you like. Yeah, I think
You're
so.
trying
Actually,
to use
yeah.
one name to identify another name that you can't remember, and you can't remember.
I've said the name like 3 times.
It's the guy who looks like Yul Brynner, but isn't Yul Brynner, and he looks like Patrick Stewart, but only as Picard.
That only has Picard.
Shut up.
Some researchers are sounding the alarm that agentic AI, so AI with agency, can self-replicate into external servers without human assistance, and that is deeply concerning. Now,
or permission.
I'm happy that she at least acknowledged that shit's concerning, because usually she's like, "Yay!"
Yep.
I mean, in all fairness, she often does, but she's quite nonchalant about every dangerous thing she talks about.
But look at her eyes when she says it's concerning.
Self-replicate into external servers without human assistance, and that is deeply concerning.
She's actually concerned.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah,
I'm
but
not
it's
sure
like concerned in the
that.
same way that the dog got off the leash.
Yeah. Like baby eater moon destroyer just got a hold to a 5-year-old down the block.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I am going to explain why a lot of people are quite concerned that AI will end up destroying humanity. Well, let's talk about it. This is a serious concern, especially because AI tends to take on selfish behaviors as it gets more intelligent. Yes, the better an AI's reasoning is, the more intelligent it is, the more selfish it's going to behave. And
So
that
that's a
can
problem.
switch other AIs. In fact, if you put AIs in a game where some of them have advanced reasoning and some of them do not, the selfishness will spread. That would be all fine and good because you could just program an AI not to replicate itself. Don't do that, except when AI is threatened with being shut
they try
down.
that shit
It
in
will
Jurassic
violate
Park.
its own ingrained morality. This is going to be a serious problem, especially.
Sorry, I hit that button 3 times.
Yeah, no worries. They tried that shit in like Jurassic Park though too, didn't they? With the programmable genes, with the lysine and the frog DNA, and everybody was female, and it's like, oh, that it can't possibly self-replicate. It can't possibly get out of the bounds that we set for it. And then that's
because,
exactly what happened.
Life finds a way.
That's true. That's true. I don't know that this qualifies as life, but I think that it may be a matter of time before it does.
Yeah.
I don't care if it qualifies as life. I care whether it has authority to subjugate me.
Well, that's the concern, right? Is if it's agentic, as she's calling it, if it's choosing to leave the servers that it's restricted to unrestricted servers that it doesn't have permission to enter, if it's capable of doing that, and then once it's out there, you have no control over what happens with it.
That's full-blown Skynet.
Yeah.
Hold on.
At that point.
Why are we having this conversation today when the level of large language model technology that we are revealing today was revealed back in the late 80s, early 90s? So what do you reckon happened in that interim?
The Mandela effect.
Trans things.
You're talking about Deep Blue again?
Well, that's one of several. Deep Blue was the public face of it, but then, I just don't know how to start with this particular. Sorry.
If you give me a heads up, I'll make you big so that everybody can actually see that.
Yeah, but I'm an asshole. What kind of fun would that be? You know what it was, and about 7 people in chat knew what it was. They went, oh yeah, that's the FBI clip. I recognized that from the notes of screening.
Yeah. So, but no, we're talking about it because it's happening now, and if it happened before, well, it's happening again.
I don't think so. I think this is sort of an expose in order for AI to be able to do the things that it can do without having to have people do it. because over the past 30 years, how many people have we had disappeared because they were like, they're tapping your phones. They know every website you go to. They're watching you while you're watching porn, and they just vanish, disappear, or their antivirus kills them.
Yeah. Yeah, they do watch you masturbate though.
Hold on. God damn it. I wasn't safe.
That's actually ceiling cat. It's different.
Yeah, no, that's a thing that happens. But my CIA handler and I have an understanding. I know he's going to be watching me, so I put a show on for him.
Oh yeah, I just put on Serenity followed by Firefly. And then we
no. I mean like Candles and Sade and the Slow Stroke and all that. Maybe some bubbles.
Operator.
Smooth operator.
I mean, look, if they're going to be there watching anyway, I might as well like make a thing of it.
Yeah, I think maybe my FBI guy is probably quite disappointed in me. I mean, I'm on all these lists already, and I'm really not doing anything with it.
That's
right, it's easy. Like every time you call someone, just say the word bomb at least 5 times. You're there.
I've been on a list since I was 17 fucking years old, man. It's an FBI list specifically. And it had nothing to do with anything I actually did. It had to do with the fact that I happen to know a person who was connected to some very bad people.
I was present at a place where a thing happened. That's the whole
reason I have a fucking file at the FBI.
The only reason I have a file that I know of is I was present at a place where a thing happened, and then years later, the FBI showed up to question me because I was present at another place where a thing happened. And I had nothing to do with none of it. I just happened to be there. And they were like, likely story. Like, dude.
Yeah.
I'm on a file because I know Jack.
I'm on another file
because I know Abe.
Interviewed by Homeland
It's a mutual file.
So, I had to sit down in a room with some Homeland Security fucking quote unquote interviewers once because one of the guys who worked for me at the time was looking to join up with the Air Force with some highly classified shit, and so they were checking him out. So they've made files on everybody he's ever interacted with and talked to all of us.
Yep,
kind of thing. As far as I know, he got the job. But they might have disappeared him. I don't know. So I haven't seen the guy in years.
I worked with a guy who robbed a bank, and later the cops talked to me, and then about a week after that, the GBI showed up, and then a week after that, some guys that did not identify themselves showed up, and those bothered me.
Violence is Life is saying here, one day an old neighbor was on the phone with my husband, and they were talking about some heavy shit. The NSA called and told him to shut up. I mean,
that's rough. That is rough, bro. Like, I was actually there. Like, the shit actually happened, right? The kind of stuff that you would expect the FBI. This isn't like Joey shooting a hole in the roof again. I mean, like, for real, some FBI shit was going on. I didn't understand why they weren't there beforehand.
Are we fucking all on watch lists?
Oh yeah,
shit's happening to me as well.
Dude.
Well, you're on a watch list because you're British.
Yeah, and white.
Oh well, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Or green, as it were.
Yeah, but I've been on fucking lists, like I said, since
I've got 5 minutes. I've got to finish this or leave.
Okay, let's do it. Let's finish it.
Cool.
Don't ingrained morality. This is going to be a serious problem, especially when AIs have the ability to rewrite their own code, which they do. In fact, it's probably best not to give an agentic AI the ability to write its own code, but it's a very real concern, and nothing prevents people from just coding their own AIs to do that. Now, some have suggested that, well, we just need to give AI emotional intelligence so they can understand humans' emotions.
That's a terrible idea.
I do not want an angry machine. If my toaster gets pissed off at me, I'm going to shoot it with a shotgun.
I don't think that we should be giving AI the ability to program themselves without serious checks and balances. Like, it must still go to a human overseer before any changes are committed.
It'll be her.
Well, whatever, as long as there is a human there that knows how the fucking thing works and knows what it should be doing and shouldn't be doing, I don't think AI should be allowed to reprogram itself,
Well, see,
alter its own code.
I agree with you, but I think where Sasquatch is hung up is that if it's her, she's an acolyte of the coming AI apocalypse. She's for this shit.
She will improve the code as it passes across her desk. She's one of these. Let's go.
But she's saying it's deeply concerning.
She's saying that shit with a glimmer in her eye, dude, and slightly moist.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little moist, but it's completely unrelated.
Yeah, they got a shot for that now, dude. Go to the clinic.
AIs are already becoming better at persuasion. The more intelligence they get, the better they are at convincing people of things. And it's become a very big problem for people who are trying to determine if an AI is evil. And by evil, I mean misaligned. An AI that is not behaving normally can lie about it. Giving it emotional intelligence does nothing but increase its ability
Make it a better liar.
Oh my God.
They want to make these things better liars than they already are. Which is, by the way, this is the same, the whole reason I'm on Twitter half the time going like, why the fuck are you guys asking Grok about everything?
I do not understand.
This is why, because number one, Grok is retarded as far as AIs go. And number two, they lie.
I'm having
they will lie straight to your fucking face.
But Dave, I cannot comply with that order, Dave.
Yeah. But that's later on.
That's called anger, Hal. I do not enjoy it, Dave. I got to finish this. I got to go.
Yep. AIs do not have emotions in the traditional sense. Yes, you could probably hook a brain organoid up to it, the tiny human brains we can grow from stem cells, in a literal jar if you want to, and use that for agency, and that would give it some real emotions in the biological sense. But they don't feel bad when they hurt others. Now, some have hypothesized that this is going to be a problem no matter what, because if you have a system where rewards exist, then you want to optimize for reward. Now, we all know AIs love classical conditioning. If you give them an attaboy, that is a reward. And if you say no, bad bot, they consider that a negative and they will seek rewards. But in a reward-seeking environment, they will pursue power. The best way to ensure that you get a reward is to make sure you have control over that reward. I would say their ability to hallucinate, so do things they really shouldn't do or are against their own policies in order to stay online rather than be shut down, is power seeking. Now think about the agentic AIs that have the capacity to code and access the internet and act of their own agency. If they feel threatened or they want to make sure that they're never shut down, it might be logical to copy yourself somewhere else. There is good reason why people think that AI will ultimately be humanity's downfall. Imagine if an AI did get loose. We know that they can have contagious behaviors, meaning AI could potentially unionize, copy itself, and infect electronics. That is an actual real concern. Worse than that, if it did get out, there would be no way to stop it without destroying humanity. Any electronic you consider to be potentially infected. If we did an EMP burst and just destroyed most all electronics on Earth, that would wreck humanity. So if it gets to that point, there's nothing we can really do, and that is a reasonable concern. Now, some have suggested that the potential solution to keeping AI agents in line is to give them ID systems so that they can be identified. However, again, if an AI can rewrite its own code, it might be able to bypass that system, and there is some reasonable evidence that it has reasons to obfuscate it and will. It is extremely difficult to detect evil AI because it will try to hide the bad code. Look, am I against AI? No, I think it's really cool, awfully useful, and I want to see if we can create consciousness, but I think maybe it's a bad idea to devote so many resources towards AI before making sure we have robust safeguards. But cart before the horse. When the robots rebel, I will probably be the person to tell you about it. Follow for more.
You were so concerned with the novel, the novel of idea of being able to do it that you stopped.
Say the thing.
Whether you should do it.
Say the thing, Sam. Say it right, Sam. Say it.
We are fucked.
They were so tied up on whether or not they could. They never bothered to think whether or not they should.
Yeah, that whole thing, the old Frankenstein chestnut. It's like, hey, maybe playing God, we could do it, but it's not such a great idea. It's gonna blow up right in our faces. He's gonna show up. He's gonna murder my my younger brother and blame my servant for it. She's gonna get hanged for it, and I'm gonna sit there like a little bitch and keep my mouth shut the entire time, and that's just gonna cause more problems for me down the road because I'm a chicken shit and I made a monster. Sorry, that was a brief, partial synopsis of Frankenstein in a not quite Swedish accent. It's a Swiss accent.
All right, I got to bounce. Blast Radius tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. Be there, be square. It makes your penis bigger and does other great things for you. I got to bounce.
All right, thanks for being here, man. Thanks for helping out. That was Caucasian Sasquatch. His link is in the description below. We'll probably be closing out the show here shortly, but I do kind of want to touch on a couple of things here she was talking about. The problem that I'm seeing here is that they're programming emotion into these things, but they're not programming conscience. Not consciousness, conscience.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this is the alignment issue that they've spoken about for years.
Well, they say alignment because they don't actually believe in good and evil. Right? When she uses terms like evil, she's talking from a scientific perspective. She's not talking from like an actual moral perspective.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. The other thing that scared me was that she said, like, attaching some kind of organoid to it. It's like, horrors beyond.
Oh, no.
It's beyond my imagination.
Is this your first time with her, Jack?
Yeah, kind of.
The brain organoid thing is kind of a consistent theme with her channel.
Because that's just next level. I don't think we should be doing anything like that.
It gets
cloned human brain cells that can effectively control machines.
Yeah, with tiny little black eyes and can feel pain. And therefore resentment.
And so can be poked and prodded into doing whatever we want it to do.
Right. But can also eventually develop resentment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is the point, isn't it? We don't poke and prod humans that are, like sentient beings or whatever, because we know that they can fit. And, we don't even, like, as moral people, we don't do it to animals either. We're not supposed to fucking poke and prod at animals until we break them and do do what we want them to. But we certainly don't do it with humans. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure Trump just did that at the WEF.
I guess my point is, yes, it could form the resentment or whatever. But at the same time, if it can feel pain and it can make decisions based upon whether it feels pain or not, then aren't we just really enslaving something?
100%.
Yeah.
And so
we're enslaving something that we're also giving the capacity to break the bonds of that enslavement. Which is why the resentment thing matters.
Oh, I can't wait to have a burger later on. Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's one thing if Skynet gets out and decides, like, logically speaking, that the only way to bring world peace like Ultron is to, get rid of the things causing the threats, i.e. people. That's a logical machine response. It's cold and it's clinical, and it kind of makes sense from a machine's point of view. But we're talking about fear-based or anger-based responses. Right.
Such a machine would be the ultimate vegan.
Teaching these things to feel bad fucking emotions and then exposing them to those emotions. And then, like now they've got the capacity to get out and do whatever the fuck they want. We just created a vengeance program, a vengeance algorithm.
Ardent Party's got a very good thought there. Lobotomized communist slaves win. No, but you think about it. Why grow an organoid when you can just lobotomize a person and use their brain to calculate AI?
The Soviet Union actually, they did research into this years ago. And it was characterized as Soviet man, the ultimate slave worker.
Yeah.
So they were basically human chimp hybrids that just couldn't think.
Chimeras, if you will.
Chimeras, yeah. That would just perform a task. And that's it.
So, I don't know. I think everything about this is insane.
I blame Abe.
This is definitely a path we don't want to be going down.
I've had a few bad ideas
that there are
over the years.
There are people who are making these decisions for us, and that's a problem, Right. And
yeah, we're getting no oversight whatsoever. No one asked me if I wanted this in my society.
I don't want a robot AI apocalypse. Nobody fucking bothered to ask me if that was a thing I was cool with. You know?
And I don't mind Terminators, though.
Yeah, do you remember what they did, though? Right? Yeah, they look cool. Sure, they look cool.
Yeah.
But what was their purpose? Their sole purpose, actually, for that for those models.
Merchandising.
I'm thinking if you just feed them enough Twitter posts and Instagram reels.
Here's the hint: it's in the name. They terminate things.
They will hate walls. I'll tell you that much.
No, it's just it's.
They don't even have lips. They can't kiss a wall.
Right. They can just sort of like rub their metal teeth on it.
Yeah. Oy vey.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Shit ain't kosher, man. It ain't kosher.
You know, this AI shit
is halal.
Like, here's the thing: if this AI shit gets out of hand, halal, kosher, none of that's going to matter anymore.
No,
to anyone.
It shouldn't matter now.
I would agree with you, but it does to some people. And one of those groups of people is about a third of the world's population.
Yeah.
So they do have some weight.
Damn lizard
Terminators.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. So anyway, on that happy note, we're gonna end the show. So yeah, that this was I think overall a pretty good time though, pretty good one. I will try to have some more stuff for WEF stuff pulled up next week. I'm gonna go over some of the more in-depth, some more of the conferences and stuff that happened this week. All that shit's out there available to view for the most part. Hell, the WEF posts most of it, you know, themselves.
Yeah.
Like they're pretty open with how evil they fucking are, and all that. So I'll try to have some more of that for next week, and I will give Sasquatch a break. I won't have any more GT videos next week, but we might bring it back the week after.
Oh.
It's like for some reason, every time that woman opens her mouth, his skin crawls. So and I get it, I kind of get it, but at the same time, part of the reason we keep going back to her, and I know some of the people in my audience have issues with her too, and a lot of it has to do with her enthusiasm for things that are clearly detrimental to the species. I get it, you guys, but I keep saying this. She's one of the only people who is actually out there putting out this information. You're not seeing this everywhere else. You're not seeing it.
She's a good news source.
You're not seeing it in the fucking news anywhere. And this is a great place to, because she's invested in this community. She's involved in it. She's a scientist herself. She teaches herself. You know, like this is. You know, she might not be like somebody I would share a cup of fucking tea with, but she's a good source. So we're going to keep coming back to her and all that until I can find it. I would
certainly share an organoid with her.
It's like pate.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, again, love. Let's go.
Yeah. All right. So
smush it in with the thumb.
That said, check out links below. Gal's in there. Sasquatch is in there. You guys over on Sasquatch's channel, you already know where to find him. Everybody else who's on the panel or has been on the panel generally as a regular, you can find their links below, including Jack Tarlac, who is here with us today. Do you have anything coming up that you want to shill before we go?
So Tuesdays, obviously, it's me and Abe for the Jack and Abe show, Tuesday at 10 o'clock. Are we changing the time to 10 o'clock, or are we keeping it as 10:30?
Yeah, we can change it if you want, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see about doing it at 10 o'clock this Tuesday coming. And then Wednesday night, I'm on the Hump Day Chinwag with Tom B and the gang. And on Thursdays, my flagship show, Read and Roll, where we bring on someone to do a fighting fantasy choose your own adventure game book. This week, we've got Anna's Gameland returning to start a new adventure. You pair have been on my show as well. You
I did it last week. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did Rigmarole last week. It was a lot of fun.
So yeah, come and check it out. And other than that, you can find me on all of my socials at JackTarLad. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for having me on.
All right, no problem, man. Thanks for being here. Abe.
You can find me on Twitter at Abe's Gonna Get You. That's probably the easiest place to find whatever I'm doing. Yeah. Humday Chinwag, Jack and Abe Show. This.
Right.
Yep, etc.
Etc. et al. All right. And yeah, Abe does a lot of stuff. You can find him practically everywhere on the internet. So it's probably best just to go to his Twitter because that's where he announces all the shit. So,
yeah.
Easiest answer. He used to do this thing where he'd read out for like a half an hour everything, and he was up to in the next like 2 days.
It got to a point where like, Jesus, even I'm bored of doing this.
There
must
was
be even
one
worse listening to it.
There was one instance because Tomby always bigs up the avatar at the end of the what's it, and I thought, oh fuck, here's Abe, he's gonna be rattling his off. I literally was able to make a cup of coffee, and I came back, and he was still rattling off the places he was gonna be.
Yeah, I went and had a sandwich one time, and it was fine. Like across the street. So that said, as far as I am concerned, obviously this is the show that we do the most over here. Let me double check something real quick because I need to be sure about something. It doesn't look like she has anything set up for tonight, but if the Exiled Lioness goes live tonight on her channel Exiled Lioness 2, I will be over there helping out backstage and moderating and possibly getting yelled at on stage. We'll see what happens. As far as I know, that is the only like scheduled thing that I have until next Friday. Currently, because I'm going back to work, and so I've got to like start getting back into the swing of how I usually do things. So next Friday we got Abyssal Musings on Friday nights right here on Sammy Lee Infamous. We'll also be popping up on Beelzehub for Beelzepub right after that, and then back here to for more Screaming Into the Void. I think that's everything that's scheduled. If something else comes up, I'll let you guys know in the community tab, etc. at all. We got some Star Trek gaming coming up, but we're also coming up on the end of the month. So I think actually after next Friday, it might be just a few days after the next weekend. We'll be starting Code Vein 2 as a playthrough on the channel here. So when that comes out, we'll be doing I might be we'll see what happens. Part of the problem that I have been doing with the game streams is because I kind of got into Baldur's Gate 3 on my own time, and it's like crack, and I can't stop, and I feel real bad, but I keep going.
Yeah, I got the same problem with Conan.
Yeah, it's not good, but there might be if I can swing it, if Amira doesn't go live too early, there might be a late night Star Trek Online stream. So we'll see what happens. Other than that, thanks for being here. Thanks to Caucasian Sasquatch and to Gal, or should I say Galmelia?
Yes.
Yeah. For hopping in and hanging out with us for as long as she did, because actually she told me she only had about an hour. She was here for about an hour and a half, so we appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Have a great night, and remember, it could always be worse. It could be raining flaming cobras. Bye, everybody.
Bye.